Welcome everybody to the latest session of the Restoration of Cariele. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week and then we will get started. So team, when we picked up last week, you guys are already underneath the mountain. You guys have been here for a couple of sessions now. You guys started the session off deep underground as you had found this area that was a hole that you could go down, and then you found that there was this sort of ruined chamber or tower down below. You guys had destroyed this statue that you had fought in this chamber, and you guys were deciding what to do next. There was some cursory idea of perhaps going further down. You had spotted a very thin stone bridge over what looked to be like a river of lava. Had decided that that wasn't a good way to go quite yet. Maybe it was something you would check up on later, but probably want to be more prepared and know where you're going and so forth before you decide to take that kind of a leap. So you guys decided to climb back up. Once you did a little bit of exploring around here to see how things were. To the north, you went that direction to see where the Orogs had fled to and perhaps what kind of area they were in or how far away they may have been, but you found that the chamber had been essentially walled off with a whole lot of different rocks and rubble just been piled there together. It certainly didn't seem like something that you couldn't get through if you wanted to, but didn't seem like there was any easy way to get through or quiet way to get through. So likely as soon as you started pulling this down, you would alert the whatever's on the other side, assuming there is something on the other side, and it'd be prepared and ready for you. So you guys decided against that and decided to make your way back down and follow the path that had previously been discovered by Alice. So with that in mind, you guys went back that direction, met up with the expedition. You had been with them because you had taken them down below as well. You guys traveled for a while until you find yourself in this long chamber. Once you entered here, there was sort of like a shelf to your north of an elevation of about 10 feet higher off the ground. You guys moved to the south, saw another shelf to your west. As you guys were kind of moving, almost all of you, everybody essentially besides Serena, spotted some tentacles on the shelf above. The tentacle itself was sort of stretching out and reaching down. We found ourselves in a battle at that point. The team fought against this creature, which you later came to learn was some type of a grell. So this is, you could think of this as like a floating brain with a very wicked-looking beak and a whole lot of tentacles that hang down below it. It flies effortlessly, and this one seemingly was also a spellcaster, as it dropped a fog cloud that it used to great effectiveness. You guys found yourself in a whole lot of danger, as the creature was able to essentially act unimpeded in the fog itself, as it had some sense that allowed it to do so, grasping upon other player characters. So it was able to strike a pretty decent blow to Thorn, pulling him into the fog. It also shot some lightning blasts out over towards Blixel early on. So you guys had this endeavor to deal with, which was quite challenging because you guys didn't have any good ways really of countering the fog. All the damage you were able to do to the creature, primarily through Blixel's magical spells, or Celine also was using some spells, didn't break the creature's concentration, so the fog cloud persisted. Eventually, you did batter it down till it was quite hurt, and then it decided to flee to the south, getting closer to your expedition force. They pointed to the northwest as you guys came down. As you came down, you sort of passed the shelf and were looking to see, and then decided, hey, you know what, let's go back to where it went and see if it's still there. And as you guys went back and some of you started climbing up there, you found that this shelf was not massive and you did not see any signs of the creature. So it had gone somewhere, where exactly you're not sure. You had already seen it turn invisible and use fog cloud. Who knows if it was using one of those or if it had some other magic at its disposal that aided in its retreat. With that complete, you guys continued on and found yourself at a crossroads here underneath the mountain. You had the ability to either primarily go north or south, but you eventually discovered that there was actually 5 different ways you could go here, all fairly close together. So Griffin went to the south and Alice went to the north. After a little bit of time, Alice returned. Griffin did not. Alice would then seem to be worried about Griffin and decided to head to the south to look for him. And after a bit more time, she returned holding Griffin in her arms. Griffin apparently had fallen, and according to him, the ground basically just gave way and he hurt his knee. So he didn't look near death or anything, but certainly he had took a bit of a wound there. Once everybody was back together, Alice then was very happily explaining to the team that her path led to something much more fortuitous, for she found what looked to be gold right in the walls and a pool of liquid gold, or once liquid, now since solidified, but clearly highly valuable material here. And Dwali, upon hearing this news, seemed to be overjoyed at the prospect of this, and pretty quickly the team then led into a negotiation with Dwali, and eventually Blixel was able to strike a deal where the team would get 60% of whatever was discovered down here and the gold amount, and Dwali and his expedition would get 40%. Once that deal was struck, Dwali and his team seemed to be overjoyed. Blixel was wondering whether or not this was a good deal, probably still wondering that, but everybody seems happy, or at least the expedition does, so that's at least one thing. The team then continued on following Alice as she guided them to this find of hers. You guys traveled through a massive chamber that contained basically two waterfalls. So one waterfall at the northern end, and then the water actually went down and then fell into a hole. So you presumably another waterfall, but it was very much closed off there. So it's hard to get good visibility on where exactly the water's falling to. You presume it would be very dangerous to go in that water and just fall, because you'd just be free falling. Who knows what's down below and so forth. But you guys went behind the waterfall and then went down to the south, found yourself in another large chamber. This large chamber had sort of like a ravine in the middle with a elevated portion on the north and south side. And sure enough, you found this pool of gold. It was, once again, solid. Think of this as almost like a sheet of gold at this point. Again, who knows how deep it is, but against the wall, you could clearly see gold veins in the rock there as well. Most interestingly, is in the pool of gold, there is some type of a worm or snake-like creature that is seemingly partially buried in the gold sheet and partially exposed. It is kind of rotting and decomposed, but you can see bone underneath this, as well as the carapace of whatever this creature is, sort of tattered, its tattered remains. With a bit of checking around, searching to see what you could find, didn't seem to be anything too dangerous here. There was, of course, this pile of bodies that was in front of the gold, so that gave some concern. But eventually the team decided to clear these bodies away and essentially make preparations for trying to extract some of this gold, see what you could do. So as Dwali's expedition forces set up a bunch of tents, and the team there, started doing what they each specialize in. The cook started getting some supplies ready for cooking. There was a campfire that was pretty quickly set up. The miners were already salivating over there by the ore, and they started pounding into the ore itself, seeing what they could find there. Around this same time, Blixel was able to find some what turned out to be magical mushrooms on the southeast area near one of these rock plinths. And after picking one of them and throwing caution to the wind and eating them, he found them to be both tasty and restored some health and granted the effects of a bless spell. Not quite sure how long, but it's been over a minute, and those of you familiar with bless know that it's not the longest spell, and hey, this seems to still be lasting. So once that occurred, as the pounding on the ore continued, the team then started feeling some rumblings in the ground, and that is where we went ahead and paused for last session. So that's the recap, folks. Is there anything I missed here that anybody would like to add? Whoops, okay, I see you were just lit up there, Brian, but I didn't hear anything. Was everybody else able to hear? Oh, okay, looks like it's me. One moment, guys.
I could hear him.
All right, yes, indeed it was me. Hopefully you guys heard me that whole time, though, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
All right, good deal. So I am fixed now. I can now hear you guys. Weird setting. Just had to turn it off, turn it back on. The old IT trick right there. So hopefully no more issues with that. So apologies, Brian. Go ahead and repeat whatever it was you were saying.
Yeah, I was just making particular point out that Blixel went to bite the pool of gold, or taste it, or what he was doing. But I remember him doing that, and that was weird.
Yes, indeed, right. He wanted to see if it was real gold, and because it was flat to the ground, he really couldn't bite it as he intended to. Instead, he kind of did a weird open his mouth, put his front jaw out as best he could, and just kind of tap it with his top teeth. And hey, it seems like real gold. But yeah, go ahead and take inspiration there, Dean.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I didn't think. Did you mention that the bodies that we found in the gold room looked as though they were killed by like weapons?
I did not. Yeah, feel free to. Well, that's pretty much it. But is there anything else you want to add to that?
There was Orogs and kobolds, and they looked as though they had been attacked by either swords or some similar weaponry like that. That's all I really know
Yes,
about it.
indeed. Yep, that's good enough. Go ahead and take inspiration, Blixel. So yeah, that's an interesting event down here. Obviously, these individuals were killed through military means, but you didn't find things like bite wounds or tentacles or anything like that. This seemed to be a pretty traditional fight with weapons, or how these individuals died. But why exactly they were piled up here in front of the gold is hard to say. Anybody else? All right, if nobody else has anything, let me go ahead and deal a card to everyone. Please.
Also, they were stripped of their weapons and armor.
They were indeed, yes. Everyone go ahead and take a look at the card that you received and let me know if anyone has any questions.
10 of clubs. Did you get what?
Oh, that's a really good one. Okay, so with that complete, let's go ahead and get everybody over to the screen.
All right, I'm gonna play my card.
That was quick.
We get a long rest.
All right, Destiny Awaits. Player of this card can restore 1 usage of Bloodline ability or 2 luck points to themselves or an ally. Who would you like to use that on?
Myself, because I got 0 luck points, so we're gonna give 2 of those back.
Oh, yes. And of course, we had our little conversation about luck in Discord over the break between last session and this session. Based on everybody's votes, we're going with option 3 there. So I will eventually finalize that into a handout. But if anybody has questions between now and then, I refer you back to the Discord conversation. All right, team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lock our tokens. And then I'm going to put on a little bit more up-tempo music here.
Adam, can you add Dark Vision to Thorn's token on this map? And then I'm not quite sure how long he's had it at this point, but before we came down the long tunnel that wrapped around and we fought that Grail, that's when Dean had cast it on him.
Okay, yep, that works. We'll kind of monitor that as far as duration. Okay, you should have Dark Vision now. And okay,
Yep.
we got the music going. Let me get you guys into initiative order. All right, much as before, I am going to use the Dwali token to represent the efforts of the expedition. All right, so you can hear this rumbling in the ground. You don't see anything right away. We are, however, in initiative order. Saline, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Do I get a sense of the direction of the rumbling, or is it all kind of all over the place?
It's hard to tell. That's something you could certainly use an active perception check to try to pinpoint. But yeah, it's right now just on a general feel. It kind of feels all around you.
I think immediately then, Saline doesn't like being at the bottom of the ravine when there could be some seismic activity happening. It seems like a bad place
Fair.
to be. So she is going to move 5, 10, 15. Probably can't cut this corner, huh? To go northeast?
No, I would say not, unless you're willing to like do a check or something.
Nah. 20, 25, 30. And then I guess She doesn't know if this is like an enemy or just natural happening, so I guess I won't prepare a spell. But I guess I will take the dodge action, because I don't know what's happening yet. And of course I will call out to the party that something is happening, but I think everyone is looking around. They probably notice.
Yes, everybody certainly feels something. If that's the end of your turn, Celine, go ahead and pass your turn. Okay, Serena.
Serena is going to hold an action to swing at any new creature that she doesn't recognize that comes within range of Shipwrecker.
Okay, so Shipwrecker in hand, ready to go. Blixel.
Okay, Blixel looks over at Dwally and the other ones and goes, "Get up to higher ground. There's something rumbling here. It's dangerous for you guys. Get someplace safe."
You notice Dwally nodding in response as he starts shouting out, both in Dwarven and then quickly in Weirian as well, telling everybody, get up to the top!
And indeed, I'm going to move also up towards Celine. Moved there. And yeah, I don't really have something to prepare, so I will just also prepare. You know what? I'll take the dodge action too. So I'll take the dodge action. That's the end of my turn.
All right, go ahead and pass your turn, and then it should be Tavard's turn.
I'm clicking it. Oh wait, maybe I need my token selected. Oh no, I'm clicking it. Nothing's happening.
The scripts may have crashed. Let me just go ahead and manually move to Tavard.
Oh my, I'm sure that's nothing but my belly. But I'll go ahead and go here and dodge. Sure, why not?
Okay, before Dian's turn, as the ground continues to rumble, you all notice, or at least those of you with visibility to the west, as suddenly a creature breaks through from the ground. I'm going to go ahead and put an indicator of where you see this hole breaks open. And then the creature itself emerges. As it does so, you notice what looks like a very large worm of some kind.
Oh boy.
It
Trap
pops.
it in gold.
It pops out of the ground here, and as it does so, breaking free of the ground, it slithers forth about to here, and then it goes into the ground once again. All right, Dian, it is your turn.
All right. I hope everyone saw that. There's like a crawly thing coming up from under the ground and disappearing. 5, 10, 15, 20. To 30. Can I move there, Adam?
Yeah, you could be there.
All right. And then I'm going to produce flame it. I'm going to ready an action to produce flame if the that same creature or a creature like him or an enemy arises.
Okay. Thorn.
Thorn doesn't like where he's at right now. But he also doesn't like Jocelyn being right there. Going to move to her, raise his shield, and draw his battle axe, preparing for some kind of attack. Let's say he readies a battle axe swing for anything that comes within range. That is one of those worm things.
Okay, we then move to the expedition itself, and each member of the expedition will get its turn. Okay, and yes, you can see them essentially all start making their way up in that direction, except for Alice. I don't know if any of you guys have eyes on Alice, but you don't see her at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and pass us to Celine's turn, and then I will continue moving the expedition forces. All right, Celine, it is your turn.
All right. She saw the worm briefly as it dove back down into the earth. So, talk to me about the elevation here. Like, how high up are we from the ravine from where I'm standing?
From right there, probably only like 3-4 feet, something like that. It continues getting more of an elevation increase as you go up this way. So at the very up here, it's probably 15, 16 feet, something like that. So it kind of escalates going up the further west you go.
All right. Yeah, it's underneath, and there could be some protection up the ledge here, like extra bedrock or something. So we're gonna keep going that way. I will maybe not move the whole way. Let's see. Although I guess if the expedition is going to crowd all around here, she maybe doesn't want to sit in a spot where everyone's all clumped up for some kind of acid spray or big swallow effect. So what's is this area back in this little nook also higher elevation?
It is, yeah, but again, not by a ton, only like 3 feet. Again, if you're a little bit further back, maybe a little bit more, but roughly about that difference.
Be in front. Does it look like the whole expedition's intention is just to just run as fast as they can up this way?
I would
Is
say
that what
that's
they're doing?
what it looks like to you, yes.
Okay. Then I guess I probably should follow the group just to make sure there's someone up there to help protect them if they need it. So I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I suppose I'll stop here. And we will dodge, because while I'm in this big clump, I don't necessarily want to attract its attention and bring it towards the expedition by attacking it. So I'm going to dodge this turn as well.
Okay, Serena.
I'm confused because Dean said he was able to see it, but I wasn't able to see it. Did I miss something by
He did. He got an amazing magical robe last session.
Oh, right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like I was too zoomed in or something. And sorry to make you repeat yourself, but like down, oh no. Okay, where I'm standing, is that more sandy than when I took the path in and out that goes up?
I mean, if so, very slightly. It's more like rock ground everywhere that you can see. It's just you're on the lowest elevation of rock, so there might be more like dirt and stuff collected here, but it's certainly not sand.
Okay. Well, I say, come out, you coward! How big was it? And
Large.
oop. Sorry, I'm hold my action to swing again.
Okay. Blixel.
Okay, and The dead bodies are all near the gold, right?
No, because if you'll remember, you guys took some time to clean those up, taking them away. So in my head, you guys moved them to the north and deposited them in a cave to the north.
Okay, so they're not here to sate the beast. Okay. Um, is there any large rocks around me?
When you say large, do you mean like hand size? Are you talking boulders? Or
Yeah, well, ultimately like football size if possible, but
yes, I would say that's pretty easy to find because there's debris kind of scattered from the ridge. So I would say any square along the ridge line, you could certainly find rocks.
okay. This was gonna try to pick up, football size rock and huck it down to here to try to make like a vibration and a racket on the rock, so that maybe the thing thinks we're there instead of where we actually are.
Okay, gotcha. So you take a rock, you throw it there, having no real trouble doing so. It kind of lands there. I will say you are also pretty much aware of the flood of people running up this way, all the foot stamping. You're pretty sure this would be making far more of a vibration than what your rock just did.
Okay. Well, knowing that, he's gonna move away, and then I'm gonna prepare a spell as a reaction.
Prepare a spell as a reaction. What do you mean?
So you can like hold an action to cast it.
Ready in action, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ready the glare spell.
Okay, so that would mean you're pre-casting it, and what is the trigger that you are contemplating here?
If I see the creature, the worm, appear within range, I'm going to cast glare on it.
Okay, so you pre-cast it. If it comes within 30 feet of you, then it triggers. If not, you will lose that spell. Go ahead and click your glare spell now, just so we know that that is an action.
Okay. And yes, that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay, Tabard.
All right, I'm just going to go to there, and I'm going to take the dodge action.
All right, before Dean's turn, through... Yes, I'm just checking who all can see this, but the most important one, of course, is Thorn, since you're the closest to the action here. You notice from that hole to your farthest west emerges a smaller worm.
Baby worm, over here.
As it pokes its head through the hole, it will move.
That's the smaller one? Holy shit. It's a big one.
All right, it will get to there, and it will keep moving to there. All right, and you will notice then another smaller one of these comes through the same hole.
Can I take my attack on it, Adam?
You sure can, yeah, if you had a ready to action there. All right, you slash out with your battle axe, and a 13 will indeed connect.
Just want to read. Can I use a superiority die on a reaction?
I believe so, unless it says only on your turn, but I thought I've seen them used off turn before. Yeah, it would be in the individual maneuvers. Usually it says like when you hit, and as long as it doesn't say when you hit on your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna do a disarming attack, but now that I look at it, I'll pass. I'm gonna just stab it. Here we go.
All right, you slash into the worm, wounding it. Okay, the second one also moves up, plows right through one of these tents. I'm going to knock this tent down as though it's been essentially flattened. Okay, and then with that, we move to the next turn before Dian. All right, the ground rumbles very heavily around you once again, Thorn, and then you see a hole breaks free very close to you. And you notice this large creature once again emerges. As it does so,
The hole is on top of the token right now, so it looks really weird from my spot.
yeah, that's him coming around, right? All right, so as he breaks free from here, you would have an opportunity to use your reaction here, but you've already spent it. It is then going to dive down. Yeah, you could take yours if you're close enough and it's within reach. It is going to, yep, that'll certainly hit. It will then dive down into the rock once again. As it does so, it destroys this tent most closest to it. Now, when I say destroy, they're tents, so they're cloth, so think of them as basically being flattened. Okay, so as it breaks through the ground there, I'm going to put another hole on the map so we know what we're looking at. Okay, and then we are to Dian's actual turn.
Holy what?
I get it, because there's holes.
Good job. Oh, looks like it's a job for spellcasters. Okay, let me have a look here. Well, I think I'm just gonna move closer though. So I'm 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, but just out of range. I'm gonna move up here. 10. Alright, I'm gonna send a produce flame at the injured worm beast.
All right, you conjure a small ball of fire, throw it, and it hits right into the creature, scorching it.
How high up am I now from here?
From there, probably about 9 feet off the ground.
That feels pretty good. I'll go one more and I'll end my turn.
Okay, before Thorn's turn, Thorn, from the most recent hole, you notice another of the small ones emerges. As it does so, and it sees that you are right there, it is going to move next to you and attack. As it does so, it tries to first bite you, and then you'll notice that at the back of its body, there is actually a stinger where its body concludes in this harsh-looking stinger, and it tries to stab you with that. So I'll need 2 defensive rolls, please.
Okay, can I declare that if the stabby tentacle thing hits, that I'd like to use a luck point?
You sure can.
So we'll roll the bite first, is that correct?
Yes. Yes, you easily evade that. The stabby tail will indeed hit you.
Alright, so I'll burn a luck point.
Yep, so go ahead and click your luck, and we are adding, let's see, 8 to this. It looks like it's your modifier, so that's a 15 with your 7 plus 8 is 15. Unfortunately, Tail Stinger will still hit. As it does so, you're going to suffer 6 piercing damage, and you have to make a con save. You'll notice there, if you fail the save, it's 9, and if you succeed, it's going to be half. Okay, let's see. Does a 14 succeed? It does indeed, so you'll suffer half of that poison damage.
Alright, so grand total is 11.
10. So 9 gets rounded down to 4, plus the 6 piercing, 10. Okay, that was its turn, and now we are to your turn, Thorn.
Okay. Thorn realizes he is surrounded, but he knows his buddies can fire from afar, so he is going to attack the one that's already been hit a couple of times.
Yes, that will connect. You slash into it with your axe, wounding it. You can see it is bleeding from multiple spots now.
Nice. He's going to rear back and try one more time to just cut it right in half.
That looks
Nice.
very likely.
Battle axe is slashing, right?
Yes, indeed. All right, so go ahead and post. I think this is going to do it in. In fact, I'm sure that, yes. So you slice it, not probably totally in half, but cutting into it a good 75% or so as it drops to the ground. You can see its guts and innards kind of spill out onto the ground.
Does it bleed gold?
It does not.
Huh.
All right.
Stupid
I am going to use my movement to move to here. And then, I guess, yeah, we'll go here because I can only go 20 because his leg is. So you see, after he kills it, he kind of stumbles away from the fire closer to the wall, and he's going to turn back around and he kind of yells at the creature, and he'll use his action surge. And then he will take 2 swipes at this one.
Okay. Whoa,
No.
nice.
There you go.
Yep.
Max twice. Whew. Okay, go ahead and post damage
Oof.
so we can figure out your max.
And major injury. And creature is
Yes.
bleeding. Wow.
All right, so your max is 13. So we'll take 13 plus another max of 8 is 21 points of damage. And then major injury. Yes, let me go ahead and deal the damage. All right, and then go ahead and post a major injury. Okay, disadvantage on con saves. Put that red arrow to represent that, and 2d8 hit points at the start of each of its turns. Okay.
Nice. And I got another attack, so I'll go ahead and take it.
That'll hit as well. Carving into the creature once again.
Nice. And I'm going to try to draw its reaction, so I'll kind of back my ass into this corner here.
You do indeed draw its reaction, as it is going to try to stinger you.
Alright, I will declare again that if I get hit, I will use my luck point.
Okay. You are not struck.
Alright, there it is, in my turn.
Okay, the Dwali expedition continue moving. And I
Hey,
will
Adam?
move. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but there are only 3 holes on the map, right? The 4th one by the tent is just a down tent, correct?
No, that is another hole. That's the north where you see the worm in the northeast one. The big one came out of that, and then he dove into the one just below him to break through ground once again. So there are 4 holes.
Oh, okay. Okay, copy that.
Okay, so Dwali's going to move. The rest of the team is going to start moving as well. However, you will notice at this point as a couple of arrows come flying in to the injured worm from the southern ridge.
Poachers.
Okay, the first one connects, but the worm manages to evade the second one. Okay, and most of you are probably too far to see this, but Dian, thanks to your cloak, let me just do a quick, or your robe, I should say. Yeah, so you're going to notice across the ridge, right here, you notice Alice is up in an elevated position firing down towards the worms. All right, for the rest of the team, I will start moving them momentarily. I'm going to do what we're going to call a lazy move here.
And I'll just mention it. It's Alice on the southern ridge. She's firing arrows.
Showtime!
Okay, that is the expedition's main movement. Then from the most recent hole, we are going to see another wormling emerge. As it does so, it is going to move. It is a worm, so it's going to wiggle like this, getting to there. And Thorn, it is going to attack you. It will do a bite and a tail stinger, so I'll need 2 defensive rolls.
All right, we'll say the same as last time. On the tail stinger, if I get hit, I'll use a luck point. I only got
Okay.
1 left, so I might as well.
The bite will connect. It'll deal 7 points of piercing damage to you. Yes, the tail stinger will also connect. Go ahead and burn that luck, and we will add 8 to it.
All right, here we go.
11 is not going to do it. Here comes the tail stinger. 6 piercing and another con save. That will succeed. 18 is good enough. So 6 piercing and 3 poison, total of 9 damage there. Okay, and then we are back to the top of the round with Saline.
All right, seeing the big one is banking south. Something that size would have trouble turning around, I think. So I'm gonna step 5 feet to my southeast here to try to get a little bit of a better angle on the injured one. And we're gonna try to finish it off with a good old firebolt.
Yes, that will indeed connect. Scorching it.
We're gonna try to finish it off. We're going to spend one of my luck. Oh yeah, right. It's bleeding, huh? Yeah, it's bleeding. Yeah, so we'll remember that.
It's just a little bleed, though. It's only 2d8.
2d8 is not that low, much lower than 2d10 reroll. So we're gonna let it ride. And I will go back up here though, with some of my remaining movement and in turn.
Okay, Serena. Saw you light up there, Serena, but didn't hear anything. Quick mic check, making sure it's not me again. Can anybody else hear?
I can't hear her.
No.
I can hear you just fine, Adam. I cannot hear Serena.
Okay, back to this. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so much for brand new headphones. Serena's gonna start running. I found some worms!
It's good.
Those are the babies.
And I don't think I can reach from here, can I?
Not from there, you cannot.
And I can't... Can I pull out a javelin with just one hand?
You can, yes.
And just, so I'll just do that and throw a javelin.
All right, so you take a hand off Shipwrecker, grab a javelin from your side, and fling it towards the one just to your west. Is that the one you're after?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that javelin certainly connects. Okay, normally, remember, they get 1 death save, but I think with the heavy bleed on this, we're going to go ahead and call this one Dead Zone.
I don't think I'm actually raging. Sorry about that.
Yep, 8's good enough.
And I'll pull out another one and aim for this.
Unfortunately, you can't do that because we're still 2014 rules and interact with object to grab a javelin. You can't do another interact with grab another one.
Okay. I think that'll be it.
Okay, Blixel.
Okay, Blixel is going to move forward. We'll get to here. And yeah, I'm just going to cast. I'm not concentrating anymore, so I'll take that off. Because the glare spell is lost, right?
Correct.
And he's going to do Vicious Mockery on the one that's next to Thorn.
Okay.
Oh, and do I get the bless effect on that?
Not on spell effect rolls, but that's actually good enough anyway for it to be effective.
Right.
Okay, it is taunted and wounded. And I'm going to go ahead and put a down arrow because it will have disadvantage on its first attack next round, or its next turn, I should say.
Yep. And then as my bonus action, he's going to give Thorn Bardic Inspiration since he's the one that's closest to death.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. He says, I've seen bigger worms than you before. In Thorn's pants. And that's his inspiration, I guess.
Okay. All right, Tavern.
Can't believe you guys are having all the fun. God dang it, none of the worms came to eat me. Oh.
What a terrible fate.
All right, I'm just gonna go there, and if it gets in my range, I'm gonna smack her with my Grampy's hammer.
Okay, ready to action. Okay, this one's turn. It is going to slither across its fallen nestmate or hatchmate, perhaps, going up to Thorn and taking a couple of attacks against him. Thorn, 2 defensive rolls, please.
All right, here we go.
You manage to evade the bite as the stinger comes in. The stinger connects.
God, I cannot evade that damn stinger.
It's a low one this time. 13 will succeed, so that's going to be 5 piercing and 2 poison for a total of 7. Okay, Tavern, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, not even that advantage because I'm not in dodging right now.
Correct. Okay, the ground erupts underneath you and you are quick enough on your feet. Please move 5 feet of your choice from these options. Anywhere here. So basically these 4 squares you cannot be in, and you can only move 5 feet as part of the save, so any one of these. Okay, so as the ground breaks underneath you, let me go ahead and put another hole on the map here. Okay, hole breaks from the ground. Creature, the large one, emerges. Oh, actually, he is even bigger than I thought, so I'm going to let you move. You know, I'm going to let you move I'm gonna let you move another 5. Tavrix, yeah, you made the save, so you shouldn't suffer the consequences. But let me go ahead and show where he's at, and then you can move 5 feet away from him. So originally you were...
Is that away or is this here away?
So originally I think you were here, so I think it makes the most sense for you to go to one of these. Because if it... Yeah, that would be moving too far. So yeah, one of... Okay, there you go. Yep, that will work. Okay, as it breaks free from the ground, this one is much larger. It looks like it has a couple of targets. Ooh, even more than a couple of targets to go
but I
for here.
can hit it first, though, Adam.
You certainly can try. Yeah, as it breaks free from the ground, you can certainly swing.
Would that be something that would trigger like a sentinel thing too?
Yeah, if I had Sentinel, I'd hit him.
That connects. I would have to see Sentinel posted.
Whenever they move into attack range.
I think Sentinel's only when they attack somebody else, right?
When a creature within 5 makes attacks against a creature other than you, yeah. So
right. So breaking free from the ground is not considered an attack. No.
But Polearm Master might work.
Yeah, I was thinking Polearm Master actually. I guess.
Post that one for me. Is that just when they enter your reach?
Oh man, we got multiple feats. What's up?
Yeah, I would say it certainly entered your reach, Serena. So if you wish to attack it, go ahead.
Nice.
A 17 will connect. Okay, Shipwrecker stabs into the creature, wounding it. Okay, it now has some targets to go for here. I'm going to go from Tavern to Serena to Blixel. Okay, so we've got one at Tavern, or actually the first one is the bite. That's going to be at Serena, so let me do these in order. Serena, defense roll, please. Okay, yes, you are definitely struck with the bite. So that will be 13 piercing damage against you, Serena, and I need a dexterity saving throw. Okay, so what you guys are going to notice is as the creature breaks free from the ground and then Tavern whacks it and then Serena stabs it, it basically upends. It comes right back down on Serena, swallowing her whole. Its body is fully out of the hole now, and you see its tail whips around, striking at its second target, which is Tavern. Tavern, defense roll, please. All right, as the stinger on this tail swings right at you, you duck underneath it and are not struck. Okay, Dean.
So that you said that so casually. So Serena's in the body of the huge worm now, right?
Yes, and its big mouth basically came down and smashed into the ground right where Serena was standing, and it lifts its head back up. You don't see Serena anymore.
Oh man.
Okay, nuclear option. I'm going to say some magical words, grab onto my lion, claw around my neck, and bring old Fork down here. It's gonna appear right here, and I'll burn a wild shape for that. I will need dex saves from those little wormlings, please.
So is it just 5 feet away?
10 feet.
10 feet away. Okay, so throw me 2 spell effect rolls, please.
While he does that, Adam, how tall is that little ravine behind me? Or cliff or whatever?
Where you're at right now, probably between 9 and 10 feet. That will succeed on both of them, Dean. Go ahead and post damage.
Is it 2d6 fire damage? Here goes.
All right, so as the fire lion appears and bursts forth a fiery ring, striking both of them, they are scorched.
All right, that's my action. Now my at the end of my turn, so I'm going to move. I wonder how this works, because it says it goes after me.
That means you have to complete your turn and say end turn, and then it acts.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So then I want to get a little higher. I think I want to move 5, 10 to there. Now I'm going to end my turn, and then I'm going to have it fly. This fiery lion's flying. Now, Adam, I could either, I don't know if I can go do that,
How high are you
there.
flying?
Or can I just come around here? I just want to get above his head so I can, within 5 feet of him, so I can fiery teleport, get him out of there.
Oh, ahead of Thorn to get him out of there?
Yeah, just above Thorn. So
Yeah, that should be no problem. Remind me, how fast can your fire lion move?
it's 30 feet fly.
Yeah, so that's absolutely no problem. So it'd be 5, 10, 15. I'm going to call that 20 to be right above Thorn's head.
All right, so Thorn, you see this fiery lion that you never seen before, and it just descends on you and like gives you a big bear hug. And then he's going to fiery teleport. So it goes within 15 feet that I can see. So I'm going to put him. Oh, well, let me go around. There we go. I'm going to put the fiery spirit in front of me. And then you're going to be. How about this?
I don't know if I can move myself there because of the wall. Can you? Thank you, Adam.
Yep, no worries. Okay, so this indeed works. And is there more damage applied on fiery teleport? I don't remember.
Yeah. It says, okay, then each creature within 5 of the space that it just left must succeed on a dex saving throw and take, succeed or take 1d6 plus 2 fire damage.
All right, yeah, so go ahead and throw 2 more spell effect rolls. Yeah, that'll hit both of them.
So plus 2 is 6.
Okay, so both of the purple wormlings are scorched as the lion vanishes.
He's with me, Thorn. You should be safer up here.
That was
Thorn
a big
is still
question
hugging
mark in
the
his
lion.
speech.
He's still hugging the lion.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he. Normally, animals really hate him for some reason, but like growing up on a farm, he loves them. I think it's because he's so big. So this fiery lion embracing him, he was all about it. So he kind of pats it on the head and smiles, and he's going to sheath his, using his opportunity or his interact with object, sheath his battle axe at him, and then he's
Okay.
going to turn down and look at this one here, and he's going to use his quick toss battle master feature. And he's going to draw out a hand axe and fire it down at the worm.
All right, you whip a hand axe down there towards a creature. Let's see if it hits.
All right, I will throw the superiority die out, and then here is the attack.
Yes, that will connect thanks to the bless.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 6, and then you get dueling, so 8, and then plus 3 for your superiority die, so 11. Okay,
Nice.
that cuts
And
into the wormling.
he still has his action, so he is going to draw. Oh, I guess no, he can't draw, can he, on his action? So he is just going to. Well, I guess he can draw and just that's it. Yeah, let's say he'll move to kind of over here by Saline, so he'll do his 20 feet hobble over, and he'll draw his battle axe back out with his action and end his turn.
Okay. All right, once again, the expedition kind of moves a little bit more as a group, getting just a little bit more distance from the danger. And once again, we see a couple of arrows fly from the south. This time, both connect. All right, as both of these arrows sink into the wounded one, it is slain. Well, it is badly hurt. AKA, it is making death saves. Okay, that was the expedition's turn. We move to the wormling's turn. Okay, this one can no longer reach its previous opponent, so it is going to kind of slither over here towards Blixel. Blixel, I will need 2 defensive rolls. The first one will be at advantage thanks to Vicious Mockery. Oh, it canceled a crit. How do you like that? It's still going to hit, but at least you didn't get crit. Okay, here comes the bite.
I was
Nice.
talking to the other worm.
That's 11 piercing damage against you, Blixel, and then another defensive roll straight up.
Can I spend a hero point on that?
You sure can. Yeah, go ahead. That will hit you, but sure, go ahead and spend a hero point and see if you can make it not a hit. That makes your defensive roll a 20, and yes, that will no longer hit.
Nice.
Okay, top of the round, Saline.
All right, Serena is completely engulfed in the big worm, right?
That
So
is
she would have
correct.
total cover from any spell outside. That's all I need to know. I'm clicking the button. I'm not clicking the button.
Excuse, Yeah, this is Pixels like raises his hand and he sees fire arc above his head.
I'm down here too. I'm down here too.
My token. There we go. It didn't work the first time I clicked it. I see you, Blixel. I'm not gonna hit you.
You're getting pretty loose with those fireballs there, eh?
Let me shrink that down for you just real quick.
Uh-huh.
All right, and then you should be able to see down here, but you probably can't move it because of the line, but can you move it now?
Yeah, let's see.
Now, before you trigger all, let me know so that I can adjust just for the tech piece.
Sure. May I move it one more down?
One more down from where yeah, I'd say you can see there. That's probably as absolutely far as you could.
Yeah, I guess that is going to miss the other one. Is there a way I can... Hang on. I'm going to see if I can aim it somewhere else. Without catching... us. There we go. That should be good enough. Now, is it 50% of the creature's space or 50% of any space the creature occupies?
The second way you said it.
Yeah, so this will hit the big one.
Yes.
Is what I'm interpreting.
If for some reason the script doesn't, yes, that is technically a hit.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus Serena. I see 5 people, no expedition members in the blast radius, so we are clicking trigger all.
All right.
I hope this does enough damage to make it spit her back up.
Okay, so actually that did not hit the big one, so we'll have you roll that separately. The one was killed. The one that was rolling death saves also killed. So, yeah. So just throw me a spell effect roll, and we'll see if it takes that full damage.
There.
Nice. Huge damage on that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not able to hero point a spell effect roll, right?
I would have to double check the handout. I don't know that I've seen that yet.
Well, 21 is pretty good.
Yep.
Yes, that will certainly fully affect the creature. It's going to take 38 points of fire damage.
Bit her up, asshole.
Unfortunately, it does not.
Oh well. The rest of the team's got plenty of turns to bring it down before she dies. So, and now, because I've probably painted a bit of a target on my back, I'm going to start moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, Serena. It is dark and smelly and squishy, and you're being tossed around back and forth as you hit into all these different soft spots. It is very dark. You are considered blinded and restrained. What would you like to do? Okay, you can move through creatures and solid objects as if they are difficult terrain, so that will certainly work. All right, so use your action to use your ghostly flesh, and feel free to move. You're essentially in the center of this worm's body. Where would you like to go?
Kind of a niche application of that.
Yeah,
just
but
in,
wow,
just in case
great.
you're swallowed by a worm, you might want to get this.
She's learned from experience.
Fantastic use of it. That's great.
Okay, now, so you transloose, you move out of it, but this doesn't prevent opportunity attacks. So as you move away from the creature, it is going to use its reaction to try to hit you. So I will need a defense roll from you as its stinger comes flashing around towards you.
Okay, I'd like to use a luck point if it hits.
Okay. You manage to evade the strike.
Oh, bye, Serena.
She gets as far away as she can.
And yeah, I think.
Okay, Blixel.
Hey, you got this, Blixel. Just gonna start swinging at it with the mocking blade.
All right, you slash out with the Maki Blade. Let's see it.
Oh wow!
Oof. That is
An
a,
inspiration?
that's what we call a true fumble right there.
Can I spend my inspiration?
You certainly can. Yeah, go ahead and burn that. Okay, that will be a 7, and you are then adding 7 for a total of 14. That is going to miss.
I should still
With or
have
without
the blast mushroom effect.
All right, go ahead and add a D4. That might change things. That will become...
Nice.
Yeah, so what is that? 18? That will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use the defensive flourish on this.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and post that. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, go ahead and throw a Bardic Inspiration die, extra damage, plus more AC to you.
I guess I just have to roll it.
I think it's D6 for you
Okay.
still, right? Or is it up to D8?
No, it's a D8 now for at 5th. So.
All right, so we'll add 2 damage on top of that, and you'll get a +2 to defensive rolls until the start of your next turn.
Okay, and since I hit it with the mocking blade, I can do vicious mockery as a bonus action.
You can, but go ahead and post your Mocking Blade damage first, just so we can take that off first. Okay, so that'll be 7 points of damage. And then, yeah, if you want a bonus action Vicious Mockery thanks to your weapon, go ahead and do so.
It's probably better that we got rid of those offspring of yours. They weren't doing much. Spell effect?
Yes, indeed, that will do the trick.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Tabard.
All right, Adam. Theater of the mind here. Am I able to move to this spot?
If you are, I would say that's squeezing at that point.
Okay, then never mind. I am going to go ahead and I want to piss this thing off. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to attack twice. And
So what? Just to clarify, what was your key used for?
Patient defense.
Patient defense. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and hammer time.
A 15 will miss.
I'm gonna go ahead and hero point that.
Okay, go ahead and burn hero point. A 22 will hit. You wallop the creature solidly, and you can see its body shudders as the vibration courses through it.
And I'm gonna crit it this time here on this hit.
Ooh, that's a high
Oh,
number,
pretty
but not
close.
quite.
One
That'll
off.
certainly connect. Smashing into it again.
And I'm gonna blow it a kiss and end my turn.
Okay, the creature is very badly wounded, and it is going to try to beat a quick retreat as it is going to dive down into the rock. Both Blixel and Tavern, you may take opportunity attacks here. Tavern, that will be a fumble.
No, because I'm dodging, so...
Oh,
I
that will
get-
be a miss.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and hero point that one as well.
Okay.
Or can I use more than one hero point in a turn?
Let me double check.
Well, it's not actually my turn, it's a reaction,
Is-
but...
I think it's a separate.
Right, so bullet point 3 on our
Separate
handout says hero point can be spent on the player's turn to add. So yes, this is not your turn. So the only thing you could really do is a reaction. Oh, okay, so bullet point 5, I would say that should work then. So player may use reaction to spend a hero point, a d20 roll they make when it is not their turn. So it's not your turn. Yeah, you can certainly do so. Okay, so that will make it a 20. That will connect. Okay, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's all you, Blixel.
9 will miss.
Don't say that.
He has
I have
bless.
performance anxiety. Yeah, bless is not gonna get there anyways with a 9. So, yeah, he swings wildly and misses.
All right, so it would move to Dian's turn. The creature is underneath the rock. Unless you guys have some way of trying to drill through the rock or doing anything instantly, I think we can end combat here. But if anybody has immediate thoughts that you're planning to do, feel free to shout them out.
What if I send Fork to fly into the hole and at least get a couple of a teleport shot out of there?
You
Is
could
that
certainly
possible?
try. Yeah, how far can he go, though? I think it's only
He
30
goes
feet, right?
30 feet down, so I might jump into 5, 10, 15. I can go into this hole, maybe. I'm assuming he's going west, so I'm just gonna send him there.
Okay, and remind me, I don't think he communicates to you what he sees or anything, though, right? So you would just say, like, go down there and try to shoot if you see something?
Yes, and I would just do, just for fairness, a ranged fire attack. It's only 1d6 damage. But if I'm next to him, I'll try to do a fiery teleportation if I get lucky.
Okay, all right. So just for speed purposes, I'm going to say you send him down the hole. You don't see anything immediate happen. You don't hear anything.
Okay, then he'll come back and fly next to me, and I'll just pet him.
Okay, fair enough. Anybody else?
If Blixel, if it doesn't seem like the thing could get more than 60 feet away from us, Blixel's gonna try to dissonant whispers it to kill it.
I don't know if it could get 60 feet away from you. That's something you'll have to try to guess. Would you like to try to dissonate whispers it?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and post a spell effect roll.
And I'm actually gonna do it at 2nd level.
Okay. And go ahead and post the spell. Is that one? That one's wisdom, I think, right?
Yep, wisdom.
Okay, if it's in range, that would affect it, and that would be 12 points of damage. Okay, so post this. Oh, yeah, that's right. There it is. All right, so how I'm going to describe this is there's a lot of movement. You could feel the ground shuddering around you. You cast the spell, the shuddering stops.
Nice. Very good, Blixel.
Got him.
I'm going to end combat here, and then Blixel, I'm going to ask you to roll me a d20.
Nice, dude.
I'll
I wanna
roll
see if
one.
it survives. Yeah,
For
don't
no
roll. Nice.
All right.
Is it bleeding gold?
Nice shot.
Well, what I will say is you don't see it, right? Because it's underground, presumably.
We got
We
now
got
we can
worm
put the
meat
lion
for
in.
days.
Thorn walks over to Serena, who's, I'm assuming, still ghostly.
Yeah, I think that lasts a minute, if
Oh.
I remember.
Oh yeah, and she's hovering.
Stay back away from her. She might be able to suck into your body.
Ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Ma'am, I don't know if you know this, but you're a ghost. Are you dead?
I think it ate me.
That's why I'm asking if you're dead. And why can I
Prank.
see? Can anyone else see her?
Did you just say prank?
Yeah.
I love
I'm
the visual of
pranking him.
Serena being like, prank!
Serena has a
You imagine-
condition, right? Just be careful.
He's gonna poke you. Does he
You
like
actually
make
don't.
contact?
I mean, considering that it can move through things, I would assume you can't feel anything.
I think how it works is like he could touch you, he could even grab onto you, but as your choice, you could just kind of move through him.
Yeah, I'll do that for fun.
So
That's-
think of it like Thorn, like you would grab maybe her momentarily or just touch her a bit, and then your hand just kind of feels cold as her arm just moves right through you.
He kind of shudders. Are you okay? Do I need to
Yeah.
like retrieve your body?
No, I'm just kidding. I made it out, but yeah, we don't really know exactly how this works. But it's only gonna last a minute. I'll be better soon.
I used to, I guess you could say, work on a ship. I've seen a few ghosts in my day.
You ever cured one?
I don't really do that. Fought a couple.
Useless. That's Serena's abrasive personality. She calls you useless and walks away.
Or
Floats
just
away.
kind of he stands there and takes a deep breath, and that'll be his second wind.
I just chuckle and I want to look down this hole, Adam. What do I see? How deep is it? And all that stuff. I'd like to know more about this worm.
It goes about 15 feet down, and then you see the tunnel moves to the southwest.
All right, I'm gonna move here. What do I see?
That one goes about 15 feet down and moves to the north.
I don't see the creature then. What if I
You
look
do
down this
not.
hole?
That one goes about 15 feet down and turns to the west.
That's the one he went down in.
See it.
Should I
I
float
will-
down there and look for it?
Yeah. Go. Yes.
Just to clarify, he left through this one. Remember, he was here, and then he
Oh.
fled. He jumped into the rock and ate down into the rock here.
Yeah, that one.
All right, this one.
Serena pops down in ghost form before it runs out.
All right, you float to the bottom of this hole, and you look to the southwest, and you notice the big rumpus of the creature as it is here underground, dead. Just for funsies, or FYI, it only had 11 HP left. Blixel, your level 2 thing did 12 damage.
Nice.
Nice
Wow.
idea to upcast it. I will do this
looks-
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it looks like it was frustrated when it died.
You could tell that from its butt.
It's
Do
literally
I-
ass mad.
I wouldn't be able to like lift it or anything, right? So
No.
do I see any blood or anything like that?
Yes, yeah. You can see it's been wounded many times with weapons and things. So I would say you notice that there's blood smeared on the rocky walls where it was eating through the rock. Again, you can only really see its stinger and then the fat of its tail. And then as its body widens, it's fitting almost the entire part of the tunnel. So you can't even see its midsection to its front.
I want the
Well,
stinger.
Okay. I'll try to hack off the stinger.
Yeah, get the stinger. You have 20 more seconds.
While they're doing this, I'm going to try to identify the creatures.
Yeah, Saline, you've heard of this kind of creature before. This is what is known as a purple worm. Based on the size of this creature, you don't think this was a fully grown purple worm. So even the big one that you fought is probably only a young purple worm. The other ones, the smaller ones, are what are known as purple wormlings.
Cool. Do the wormlings, what do I know about their like reproduction? Like, are these wormlings likely the spawn of this juvenile one, or do I think there's an even bigger mother worm somewhere?
Hard to say. I would say it's possible, based on what you know, that the smaller ones could be the offspring of the one that you just killed. It's also possible they're not.
Well, that's a little nerve-wracking.
Oh no, they were. They got real mad when I talked about that stuff.
All right, Dean's excited. He wants to get that stinger. So I'll get a rope out and I'm gonna throw it to Thorn. Hold on to this.
You look over at Thorn as he's taking the other worm bodies and he's cutting them into steak-sized portions. You want me? Sure, I'll hold your rope.
So something there, and I guess Serena's about ready to materialize. So any luck cutting the stinger out, Serena? You want me to do it, or?
So what I would say as a reminder, this creature is considered huge size. Its stinger is massive. So you can't just like swipe and cut its stinger off. This is going to be like a sawing for a while to get it off.
Okay. Would I?
And will I be able to? How deep down am I?
You're 15 feet down from the surface, and then another like 15 feet southwest.
Okay, so I might
you're
climb
probably
out
a
of that.
total of like 25 underground, something like that.
I'm gonna work as fast as I can.
So give me an idea of what your intention here is. You're just trying to chop off the stinger, that's it?
Yep.
Okay, so I will assume you're down there, and do you have some kind of like a cutting weapon that you could use in small quarters?
Well, I was gonna start with Shipwrecker, but I also have Glaive.
Let me jump. Okay, do you have the rope there? I'm gonna jump down with the rope at him if he'll hold it, and I want to assist. Maybe I can use my nature skill or my herbal. I don't know about herbalism, but try to harvest this. I'll help her so she's not doing it alone.
Okay, so now when you say harvest this, are you trying to harvest the stinger, or are you trying to harvest poison?
Yeah, that's where I'm. That's what I'm excited about. I want purple worm poison, I guess.
Okay, and do you happen to be proficient in a poisoner's kit?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you can certainly try. I would say general knowledge is that trying to extract poison puts one at risk of poisoning themselves unless they're experts at this field. Not being an expert, I would say you probably have a natural worry, just knowing what you know about nature, that this could be bad.
Yeah. But the stinger would be cool, just to like have as a trophy.
Yeah, come on, Dean. I see you eyeing those stingers. Let's get some. Let's get some poison.
All right, Serena. If you're willing, we're not gonna go for the poison, but we want to cut that stinger off. Dang it, that seems cool.
Yeah, Serena doesn't know anything about poison, so she was trying to kind of cut into the flesh before the stinger so that she wouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Okay, and Dean, you're assisting?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are both holding on to this big rumpus of the worm, right? And basically where its stinger is, you're trying to chop the stinger off. You're not trying to extract poison here because you're a little bit worried about that. I will say, since you're dealing with the stinger and you're cutting, it's wobbling around, there's still a little bit of risk here, but it's pretty minor. So I'm going to ask both of you to give me blind checks.
And I have things to throw at it if I need to throw things at it.
You do not need to. Serena, you don't either. So again, very little risk here because you're not trying to extract the poison. It probably takes you, I'm going to say, a good 5 minutes before you are able to saw through this. I'm assuming you guys are using some type of a smaller, could be like a short sword or a long, or not a short sword, long sword, dagger, an axe, something like that you can actually like chop or saw. A glaive would be too big, and the small, narrow, it's 10 feet reach, so it'd be too hard to manipulate. But again, I'm assuming you guys have something like that. Should be pretty easy to come upon among your party. So yeah, you have cut the stinger off. It is fairly large, so think of this as being about 5 feet long. Hard to say exactly, like the width, maybe, I don't know, like a 2 feet in width, something like that. It's pretty massive.
Ah, that is so cool, Cerilia. Look.
Never seen anything like it.
All right, that's good. Gotta be worth something.
Books
At
will
the very
call
least,
down the
it's a trophy.
hole. Hey, once you have that thing opened up, why don't you see if it ate anything that's worth something?
Oh, in his belly? What'd you see in there, Serena? Did you see anything worth taking from his belly?
I recall it being fairly squishy.
It was probably dark in there.
But we have to go through his butt to get to his stomach, and we all know that process could be tedious.
I'm gonna let you handle that, Dean.
Sacrifices have to be made.
I want to know why we all know going through the butt is tedious.
Well, the duodium's involved, and the other wadiums, and all these other things. Does it have a sphincter?
Adam, can Thorn go back to cutting these up? Just like, are they edible? Does he know?
No,
Can
pull
he...
me up first. We're
Oh,
done.
sorry, I didn't know you were still in the hole. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I need help up.
I'll pull him up.
Yeah,
Me
so
too. Pull me up too.
with the rope and the fact that it's only 15 feet down, I mean, even if you fell, you're not going to suffer damage. So, because you wouldn't be falling from the top. So, yeah, you certainly can get back up without any issue.
Does anybody know if we can eat these?
I mean, it might be riddled with poison. You can try.
Well, don't you know where the poison's at? You just don't go there.
I'll stick to my rations.
Would my check have determined that or no?
And you're specifically asking whether or not these are edible?
Sure.
I would say, based on what you've read, nothing among the books says anything about eating these creatures.
Doesn't mean you can't.
I mean, you can once, at least.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I'm going to yell, Alice, are you okay?
And as you yell that up there, you can see her kind of raise her finger in like a thumbs up motion, and she gives you a nod.
Oh, okay. I see part of her token. That's why it reminded me.
She's a zombie now. All right. Well, I'm gonna cut open these little ones to see if they ate anything good.
Oh, before you do, can you prestidigitionize Serena, please? Because she looks gross. No offense, Serena.
Oh, you got some slime on you.
Wow. You guys are fancy.
I can't eat if I'm going to look at her.
So I've tried to clean an object. No, I guess she's not technically an object. Put your clothes in a pile here.
Okay.
Wow, that's never worked for me before. All right, but still cast precipitation on her clothes and stuff, so she's not covered in slime anymore.
I'm imagining it's been 5 minutes or so the expedition would have made their way back down here. They're kind of, poking around more towards the gold. The dwarves seem particularly interested in getting right back to work, unless anybody's stopping them. That seems like what they'd start to do. And yeah.
Sorry, the only thing I'd want to double check is Blixel would make sure that, like, going down these holes, if it's possible, that there isn't, like, a much larger sized wormhole that they intersect.
Give me a blind check, and because of the number of holes and the fact that they don't all connect, because as you remember, the worm has come out of some holes, crawled across the ground, and then dug in again, so they don't all necessarily connect to one another. So you spend about 10 minutes or so here, Blixel. You climb down one, see what you can see, climb back up, see which ones do connect, see which ones don't. All of them look to be roughly the same size, and I will also say, based on that check, only the large ones seem to be tunneling. You didn't see the small ones tunneling. You don't see any other size tunnels.
Okay, gotcha.
What about the cliff face from where it came from, off to the west? Maybe there's evidence of further worm activity over there.
There is not a cliff face to your west. If you've seen over there, it's basically just a wall.
That's what I meant, the wall.
Oh, okay.
Does it, like, go all the way up to the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, this creature is different looking than the worms we just fought, right?
Yes. And now it is a worm as well, but its coloration is different, and it has like a skeletal structure. You get almost the impression of like, again, you can inspect it closely if you want, but it definitely looks different.
Okay. See? If a few more of these worms attack, we might have to renegotiate the deal, okay?
Who are you saying this to? Anyone in particular, or just out to the group?
To Dwally, I guess.
You see, he looks through. He goes, "Oh, come on! No, see, you're doing the protecting and such, and we're doing the binding. Everyone's got the part."
I know, but right now we're right on the verge of overtime here, Dwally. So let's go as quick as we can.
You see, he looks back. He says, "Oh, well, come on now. We have to talk about this a bit. Well, you see, it's not going to be quick to extract all this gold. I mean, there's a lot of gold here, from what I can see, and this is lots and lots of gold."
Okay, how long is it gonna take you guys? Do you think?
Get mine in.
Well, we're gonna have to survey it, see how much gold there really is, see how far these veins stretch. I mean, it's based on what I'm seeing here, to extract even the sheet of gold. We don't even know how deep it is yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be weeks, months, hard to say.
Weeks just for the sheet? All right. Well, we're not gonna be able to stay here for weeks. You understand that? We'll get some other guards.
We're gonna need some long rest at some point.
So, what are you thinking then? Do you want us to get started, and or should we? Well, again, I think this is big enough find that if we come on out of the cave the other way, we have a good purpose here now, right? So, if we want to go back and make arrangements, we could, but there's other places to search. So, we could be here if you guys want to watch. What are you thinking?
Does anybody have a way of sending message to your count, asking him to send a protection detail?
I was just looking that up, and Adam, Animal Messenger travels covering 50 miles per day, and it only lasts for a day. Are we 50 miles to where what's his name is Vin?
You guys are about 31 miles away from the capital.
Ah, yes, I do actually. I could send word via an animal messenger.
We could have a guard detail brought to guard them while we look more deeper into the cave.
Yeah. And quite frankly, I think this gold means we got to get rid of the Orogs, right?
I don't think the Orogs are protecting the gold. I think this is just me thinking. I think they just don't want to be bothered, or like maybe they're scared of these worms, or just trying to
Just-
live here and survive.
I just want to clarify that is out of character. You're not saying that, right?
Yeah, it's out of character.
Okay, I was gonna say you were about to have a whole bunch of dwarves yelling at you, but okay.
Yeah, yeah, but
I mean, it looks like maybe they're like these creatures were gonna eat these bodies here, possibly, or maybe we just attracted them with our digging. But
yeah, I think so. I think
that likely.
All right, so as you
I
guys are chatting, Dwally will make his way over with his very rough map and say, "Oh, okay, come on, let's take a look." And he breaks out this very rough map as he's showing you, and he says, we can at least see, kind of the high level look here. But what I'm kind of worried about is we don't know what these question mark areas are, and then I can't imagine that those Orogs would block off the only way they have out. So you got to assume that there's going to be like another way somewhere over here, right? Like this way, or maybe that way, or maybe that way. There's got to be another way, don't you think?
I think so. You're right.
yeah, I say we backtrack a little bit, honestly, and make sure we're not like we did with the Orogs. We don't want someone sneaking up behind us.
Well, if I could be so bold, there's a place right here that's so close to us and we don't know it's there yet.
Yeah, I think we
That's
need
what
to
I
check
vote
that
for,
out
too.
so that nothing comes up and tries to steal the gold.
Right. We can't have anybody taking our gold.
All right. Keep your voice down.
I know it's hard to tell, Adam, but is it kind of like noon? Is it more like afternoon? What type of day do we think it is? Because I know we've been doing a lot today.
It's like underground. It's hard to tell. There's no sunlight or anything, so rough gauge of time. I mean, you feel like you've been down here for at least a few hours, so probably afternoon-ish.
And when we got up to where we were looking for it and Dean found it, it was like morning time.
Yes, because remember, you guys slept outside and then moved to the mountains early in the morning and then found the entrance almost immediately. So you probably entered under the mountains somewhere around 9 a.m., 10 a.m., something like that.
Okay. All right. So rough guess is it's in the afternoonish. Okay.
All right. Should we continue on? Thorn, how you doing? You took some hits there. You okay?
I'm pretty beat up.
the fire fork will walk up and headbutt your knee and sit next to you.
Immediately ignores Blixel.
Blixel just reaches over and grabs his ear and casts Cure Wounds.
The fuck?
You got 11 hit points back there, buddy.
Nice. That's a good one. Good roll. Thank you.
Are we going to continue to dig or take the whole team with us? Or
I think while they're digging, we're going to investigate.
I say they dig.
Can we take the scouts with us?
I think Alice must have been up ahead. I saw her on the ridge.
Well, if you're asking this of the dwarves, I would say basically what Dwally's going to tell you is that if you guys are leaving, which he's okay with, he wants to keep the scouts here to protect the miners. If you guys want them to go with you, they can do that as well, and then obviously backtrack here. you can tell just based on like their disposition that they would much prefer to stay here and mine the gold, but if you ask them, they'll drag themselves away from it.
That's fair enough, I think. You keep the scouts here, and we'll explore further and make sure we secure the cave.
Alice must have gone down this way.
She went up the incline, right? And she's standing on the other ridge up there? Keeping an eye
Yeah,
out?
down through here. I see Alice. Alice, what are you doing?
You see she turns back and says, I'm keeping eyes on the camp. I'm trying to make sure nothing comes from the other way.
Great shot with that longbow. Anything else up here?
There's like a shelf back here. It's like 15 feet up. I didn't see anything. I scoped it out as best I could. You see that there is a torch that's mostly burnt out by her feet.
She referring to... Guys, I went down this tunnel. I don't know if you saw me, but you referring to directly south of her?
She will point to the southwest. The one that you just passed, that shelf there, that looks to be only like 8 feet high or so. If you kind of get to where she's at, you can mostly see up there.
I think I want to use my perception and my eyes to see if it is safe.
That area specifically, or where are you looking?
This area right here. This ledge that she's on.
Sure, okay, yeah, go ahead and give me a blind check as you spend a little bit of time scanning around, listening for anything. It seems very quiet other than the sounds you, her, or your fire lion are making.
All right, I'll tap her on the shoulder and say, good luck. We're going to go look after the miners. We're going to head down this other tunnel. Good shooting up there.
She nods towards you, and you can see her like kind of start moving as you're moving as well.
There's nothing up there, guys. I guess we just head south.
Sounds like
All
a
right.
plan.
All right, so group, you guys are going to head south towards that purple arrow into parts unknown and leave the miners and the expedition here, right?
That's my
Surely
vote.
nothing bad will happen to them while we're gone.
All right, so as you guys are moving, you hear some chatter. Alice is repositioning herself, knowing that you guys are going south. She's going to the north to just try to keep eyes that way. Okay, you guys make your way south off the map. Okay, and as you guys start moving through this tunnel, you can see that it stretches forth a bit, about 30 feet or so, before turning to the southeast. You guys continue following this. Saline, roll me a D100, please.
Yes, sir. Ooh,
Dang.
Good.
Okay, as you guys are
Or pretty
moving,
bad.
you guys are moving down this path. You can see that it starts to turn a bit more east as it was going southeast, and you will notice, based on your marching order, who would we say is in front right now?
How-
Tafford.
Yeah, how far apart is it? Is it like 10 feet or something? Or
Oh, the
Wide.
width of the tunnel? Yeah, between 10 and 15 feet for the most part.
yeah, I'll be up front.
Me too.
Okay, I want to be third at least so I can see through the ethereal plane, invisible light creatures, and all that stuff.
I'll be next to Dean.
I'll be in the back, caboose.
And
Yeah.
and Fork is with Thorn, if he's still around. He has an hour.
Okay, so what I will say then is based on your setup, I have a vague idea of where everybody's at, which is good enough for now. So Tavern and Serena, as you guys are passing this way, a reminder, nobody has a light source, right? Because you're all using dark vision?
Correct.
Light sources are for wussies and humans.
All right,
Yep.
so you see something on the wall here. You're not sure what it is at first, but as it's Fork, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Fork's in the back with Thorn.
So as Fork gets a little bit closer, I'm assuming there's at least a little bit of light coming off him being a fire spirit.
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
you notice that light is kind of cast at this thing that you're not quite sure what it is, and you see it's actually writing, and it looks to be Dwarvish runes. Does anybody speak Dwarvish?
Yeah, I know a guy.
Me too.
All right.
Let me do. If there are writings on the wall, then I'm gonna produce a flame so on my
You
hand so he can
critically hit
see
the
better.
runes and they're destroyed. No, all right. So as you conjure the flame, making it even brighter, Tavern being in the front here and being a dwarf, you just so happen to know Dwarvish. It says in Dwarven runes, and it's this very strange expression, but it says ghost troll with an arrow pointing the way you're going.
Yeah, gibberish. Don't worry about it. No, just
I'll
kidding.
cancel my flame quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'll tell the party what it says. Not sure what that means. Adam, is there any form of roll I can make to see if I know what that means? Being
Is it
from caverns and stuff.
chiseled into
Oof.
the wall?
Give me a blind check. But basically, what you're trying to do is take these two words and see if you've ever heard of anything that this would make sense for.
Yeah, I guess because I mean I was in the mines before, so I don't really know if this would. I don't know your world well
You
enough. Is what
you
I'm saying.
can throw a roll. I will tell you that this is like a total shot in the dark. I'm only looking for a nat 20, basically.
Oh, then here you go. Yeah, I got it.
No, you have no idea what this means, Tavern.
I'm
Tavid,
trying to be positive, Adam.
Tavid, is it chiseled into the wall or made with chalk or paint?
It looks to be charcoal, perhaps, like it was burnt and then sort of etched into the wall like this, these runes.
Is this what Jwali was doing?
No, Dwali was writing in chalk.
Probably more than one dwarf came down here. They love gold.
Then
Yeah,
why would
whatever
they
it is,
leave it
I'm sure it's
behind?
nothing now. It's probably like real old. Adam, can I make a history check to kind of get an idea on how long that was there? Since I mean, it's not the same as stonework or anything, but
Not quite a history check, but I will let you make a check to see if you can gauge how old the writing is, sure. So, based on the remnants of the charcoal here, as you kind of look at it, maybe blow on the wall a little bit to see if any of this comes off of the wall, it doesn't. So, you get the impression that this has been burned in here for quite some time. So, again, charcoal kind of smushed in, really rubbed in solidly. It's slightly faded, but you get the impression this has been here for quite a bit of time, at least measured in years.
that's what I'll tell the party.
Yes, but ghostly presences can endure for a long time, I think. They're not susceptible to the same passage of years as we are.
Is there like a corner I could just peek around at him and use my ethereal vision and invisibility vision for 120 feet? And just, I mean, I'd want to look around a corner if that's where just to look,
So, let me word it this way. There is certainly a map that I can put you on if you're willing to go there.
Before that, I will warn everyone that I do not have any more big fiery explosions available to us. So,
Took it all out of you, huh?
do with that
Well,
information what you will.
you burned those spell slots when you had to.
Yeah, trying to save some lives. But anyway, I don't know
Serena's
if
ready.
trolls are commonplace enough in this world to have like a general knowledge of what they do, but what do you think?
Trolls? Just
Trolls,
regular
yeah.
trolls?
Just regular
Yeah,
trolls.
regular trolls are not very common, but they're not super rare. So I would say you've certainly heard of the fact that they regenerate and fire is good to use against them. Yeah,
Yeah, but the ghost thing might change that.
that
But
might. Yeah.
anyway, yeah, trolls are known for regenerative properties, and I don't know if we have. I'm not sure if we have what it takes to kill one, especially a ghost one. That's new to me, probably.
I think we got this. I don't know any fire stuff, but Dean's dog is made out of fire. Look at this thing.
It's a lion, actually.
No. You said dog. I remember. It's a beautiful dog. Don't be ashamed.
You see
Adam,
from like all the way through the party, you see Thorn's gaze reach you. Looks like a lion to me.
Thor's like, it's a great lion. Yeah, Adam, if you want to just put me on the map, I do want to look in there because we can't just leave this room if we're gonna extract gold.
I also would, but first I would like to play my card.
I'm kind of worried I don't have
my
anything
God.
to hit a magical creature. We saw what my axe did to that freaking stone statue.
All right, Serena, I was so hoping you played that when you guys were cutting into the worms because it would have made total sense. But where did you find this as you were wandering down the tunnel?
Oh, I didn't
I
see the
guess.
card.
You're on another map.
Yes.
She got the "Where did this come from?" card. The player of this card's character discovers a magical item.
Oh, cool.
Maybe it'll be.
She just starts like rustling around like boulders and rocks because she's bored by the debates about whether or not to put ourselves in danger.
That's so funny. Yeah, you could have played it in the belly of the purple worm.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, oh, that would be great. Be like, hey, what is this? All right.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, no worries. It's just funny after. You won't think of it in the moment when you're getting eaten, of course, but okay, well, throw me a 1D 109, please.
109.
$85. Okay. All right. So you're walking down this rocky tunnel, and as the team begins discussing, you're getting kind of bored. You're looking at the edges. You're kind of looking at the different parts of the rock wall. You notice that the way the terrain is here, there's kind of like rocks that jut out at different parts of the path, and you just so happen to be looking in one corner, and sort of buried here as the rock kind of comes up more of like a spiky formation, there is lying a lute.
A loot, eh?
Oh man.
She
Anybody like
she
music?
snaps it in half.
Oh, God.
She resists the urge and
Anything
picks
to
it up
stop
before
his. Just make him stop drumming. Yes, give it to him.
somebody want to play with this child's toy.
I've been marching my steps to his drum. Kind of feel militaristic. Ooh, fancy loot. It's got some wolves on it.
Wait, you see a picture of it?
I just
In
posted it in
Discord.
Discord for you just so you see what it looks like. Because shockingly, I wasn't prepared for this one.
This child's toy.
I mean, it's cool looking, but I don't play. If anybody wants this.
Kick it on the dirt.
Okay. I mean, I can try to learn how to play it. Play the drum.
Well, you
Dash
might as well
plays.
take it.
Yeah, take it. Maybe. I mean, Dash can play the drum about as good as you, but.
No. You haven't seen me really go off, believe me.
Okay.
Once I get in the zone, whew. All right. Thank you. That's pretty cool. I wonder how long it's been down here.
I don't. Let's go. I'm gonna go into the same room as Dean.
All right, so Dean, you're already on that map, and okay, you should be able to see what you see. Let me go ahead and put Serena there.
I'll go in with Serena.
All right, okay, hang on one sec. So that's Thorn as well. Then I'm going to have to add tokens, so just bear with me one moment. Okay, so I'm adding Thorn and Serena.
I hate to be a bother, but can you add dark vision to his token on this one?
Actually, I don't even have your token on there, so just one moment.
And what is the room they're in again?
So they are traveling down the tunnel where it said Ghost Troll. They said they wanted to just go check this out briefly. Okay, so now you should be able to see Thorn. Please confirm.
Indeed.
Okay, and then Serena, you're going as well. All right, Serena, you are on the map as well. All right, so the three of you have made your way down this tunnel. You're approximately 40 feet away from your companions at where you guys are, right at the edge of the map.
All right, now we're gonna sneak. I'm gonna try to use my vision to see if this thing is here. Maybe it's been dead.
I'll stay in the back, and if there's trouble, I'll be your relay point.
All
And
right,
I'll
Dean, as you get to here and you're looking to the east, you notice that there is a difference in elevation here. You notice a stone bridge that is crossing between these two areas. This is obviously flat where you're at right now. This is about 20 feet above you, so you can't actually see here. I did not use one-way dynamic lighting just because there's multiple different levels of elevation here, so I'm trying to keep it simple, but you can't actually see up here at the moment.
Okay. I don't like this. We're gonna walk underneath a bridge. We're not doing this alone, guys. I just want to take a quick peek. I don't see
Wow,
anything.
it's an actual bridge.
Yeah.
So troll-like.
Yeah, I'd say there's a troll here. How cliche. All right. That's all I wanted to do was take a peek. Let's sneak out of here.
All right, fair enough. Three of you
Sounds
guys
good.
are heading back to your team.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, let me go ahead and get you guys back over.
Did you guys find that ghost?
That's a big cavern with a natural stone bridge, of course. And I look at Salings. I'm sure she's heard of tales of trolls and bridges. It's a bit on the nose, but I would
Several
suspect
children's
that
stories to the effect, yes.
it's a bit on the nose, but I do actually suspect it's true. There's probably a troll, a ghost troll, but I didn't see anything.
Maybe he only makes ghosts pay the toll. I say we risk it.
If we're going, we all go. That's for sure. So we just came back.
Dean, does your, I guess you would call it, tentacle rod, grapple things, hold them in place?
If I hit 3 times, which normally I hit 2 out of 3, so it can, I guess is what I'll say.
Could be beneficial to stop it from moving. If we are going to fight it, ghosts tend to
Yeah,
dip in and out, so if we have something that can hold it, that's what I would recommend. Then
and
the
I
rest
could,
of us beat the shit out of it.
yeah, at least I might be the only one who can see it. By the way, if it's ghostly, at least I could see into the ethereal plane. If that's a ghost, I'm not sure.
Maybe it loves ghosts, so it'd be a big fan of mine.
Yes, we have one with us.
I have no problem fighting this thing, and I do not like the fact that the troll, ghost or not, is this close to our camp.
I maybe have a way of detecting him, but that won't help it if he invades my body.
Yeah, what if that happens? Well, maybe if we just take a break and think about it, it might be a good opportunity to.
I was
come
waiting for you
back.
guys to make a decision and end on a cliffhanger, but yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, let's go and take our 15-minute break, folks. We'll pick up on the other side.
Sounds good. See you all in a bit.
Alrighty, folks, we are back in the second half of our session. Let's get everybody back on the map. You guys are currently debating on how to proceed since you've learned that at least there's these dwarvish runes that suggest that there is a ghost troll up ahead.
All right. I say we go. Because there's another exit on the other side, right?
Potentially. I do agree. We definitely should. Do trolls normally leave their bridges though?
You're asking me, and I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
They do if you kill them.
Well, if it's ghost, I'll just I'll do a little detect good and evil.
I vote we go. All right, Serena's a vote yes.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
That's 3. Celine, you seem a bit concerned.
I'm always concerned, Dean, but it sounds like we're going. I do agree that it's close enough to the mining camp that we should probably try to deal with it. I'm just a little worried about how we're going to counteract its regenerative abilities if it still has any as a ghost.
Yes, and you're out of juice.
Well, I mean, just light a torch, right? You said fire will burn it.
Fire burns normal trolls. I don't know how
Anyone
it's.
got any of those little tiny fire spells, like, those cantrip things?
Have you not seen what I've been doing since we've met, Tavard?
Yeah, I have, but you guys were acting like you're out of, like, Bix or something. I don't know.
I'm
I
out of
never said that.
fireballs, is what I said. But I guess we'll figure it out through trial and error.
All right. I'll be in like the middle, but I'll be detecting good and evil. So maybe I'll be able to figure out where it's at before we get to the bridge.
All right, so
Thorn?
does that mean I can move all of you guys over to the map?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
All right, you all make your way down this tunnel and you get to the same area that some of you have already been.
Oh my god, we're really zoomed in.
Blitzel's going to do that with the bloodline.
Okay, so you cast that spell. You do not detect any of those things within 30 feet of you other than the things that you would already detect previously.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
stand right about,
What was that, Serena?
if you stand right about here, this is where you can see the bridge. So come get a nice look at the view.
And I'm gonna walk quietly at him.
Okay, yeah, if you're trying to be stealthy here, go ahead and give me a blind check. All right, as you get to there, Dia, I'm going to go ahead and lock the tokens as you hear the sound of a voice that comes from the southeast of you. Does anybody happen to speak giant? No. Okay, so what you basically hear is some words that sound very guttural and brash, but and strangely, they almost sound as though they're whispered in a way. So think of this as almost like a strange duality where normally these words would sound very loud and boisterous, so you hear the words, but it's almost as though they're being whispered. You're not sure what they say, though.
Just me or everybody?
I would say you, and then Tavern and Blixel can hear them a little bit more softly. So probably the people in the very back don't hear them. But yeah, you front four do.
I'm just gonna step back and say they know we're here.
Who is they?
Well, they're whispering something to each other. I don't know if it was intended for us, but
All right.
Wait, are we hearing one voice or multiple voices?
I think one voice, right, Adam?
Just one voice.
I see a strange object past the bridge to the north.
It's probably just telling us to go away or, pay the toll or something like that.
How high up is this, Adam?
That is about 20 feet up.
Should we just walk over it instead of under it?
20 feet up.
I could climb up here.
Me too, probably.
I'm still going stealthily because it's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna wait and see if you guys are gonna climb up.
Well, I'm going to wait until somebody tells me if they think it's a good or bad idea.
I think it's a great idea. I'm gonna start climbing.
I'll try to climb.
I'll start climbing with her.
Okay. You can make these public. Throw me athletics checks. Anybody that is climbing.
I'll help her climb first. I'll give her a boost up.
Okay. Thorin, you managed to climb up, and with your movement, I'm going to assume you can get to the top. Serena, you are able to as well. Tavern gives you a little bit of a boost, but again, a 20-foot climb, so he can only help you so far.
I can help at least 3 feet.
You want me to throw a hand down to you and help you get up?
Sounds like a good idea.
I do it.
All right, so remember, you try to climb up here, Tavern. She's 20 feet up, so even if she's lying down and reaching down, you still got to climb like 18 feet. Right? So I will say you get about 10 feet up and lose your footing, falling onto the ground, taking...
No damage because
No
he's a monk.
damage.
Because why?
Because he's
I'm
a
a
monk.
monk.
Yeah, so you don't get hurt. You land softly on your butt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean
Not
down
embarrassing at all.
as I see him falling and see him land. I kind of wince and say, "I can almost make something out around the corner."
Somebody's got to stay down here with Dean anyway.
Oh, I got him.
No, you're not hearing me. I fell.
Oh, okay. It looked sort of graceful, though.
Yeah, it's as good as I get.
All right, I'm going to climb up then.
Or at least someone up there has a rope or something, she says quietly, so no one can hear her.
Athletics check, Blixel.
Oh, my God.
You also fall.
That's the second double crit fail.
I've noticed. That's a rough. Yeah, 4 points of damage.
Okay, I
Do
guess.
you have a rope?
All right, now all of you can hear this. It almost sounds like a throaty laugh, perhaps, and then you hear this giant words once again, but you don't make anything out.
Oh wait, I do have a rope. I throw a rope down.
I'm still using the detect good and evil, so I'm gonna do a con save just for the 4 points, I guess.
Okay, yep. All right, you are not anymore.
Oh God, that fall. Okay, so we'll try to use the rope to climb up now.
All right, athletics check at advantage. Yes, this time you do manage to climb up.
Balance in all things.
Turn of fate.
What'd you say?
Thorn.
I said it. I can't really make it out, but I can see something. It kind of looks glimmery.
Maybe,
Oh.
Tavard, maybe we should get up there. I want to
What
have a look.
direction?
Let me have a
No.
look. Help me up.
He's going to point like over here, like around the corner.
Maybe we could try talking to it. It seems to know we're here. Maybe we could use other languages, see if it knows more than one. Other than the troll language it's speaking.
Does that get me up, Adam?
Oh, yes.
Where are you looking at?
I'll switch places with him, so I'll tell him to stand where I'm staying. And I'll point to right around the edge of the cliff. I can't quite make it out, but I can barely make something out. It's right there.
It's not a creature. It's some effect on the ground there.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. I saw it from the tunnel, from underneath the bridge. It's like a thing. It's not a creature that I could tell.
Blix is going to try to sneak this way.
Isn't there a thing about trolls and bridges, like don't cross them, or what? Or like, isn't there a toll? Everything's on the nose.
Line
Have
check,
I ever,
Blixel.
after hearing Dean say that, has Thorn ever heard of any stories or rumors about the history of trolls and bridges?
Blind check, Thorn.
There was once 3 goats.
There are some like fables and myths, that kind of thing, that talk about trolls being under bridges and demanding coin or other sacrifice to allow you to cross, but it's not something that people think of as like actually happens. It's more or less like a children's tale.
I look at Dean and say, everything I've ever heard of them has been like, little folk tales. Things you tell children to go to sleep at night and, do their chores.
I'll have to think about this when I say goodnight to Dash, when I get home.
Who is Dash?
I'll introduce him. He's my son.
Well, if I'm so bold as to say, we're not really the quietest of people, so whatever it is must know we're here, and if it hasn't attacked us, well, is it friendly?
In fact, it laughed at us, so I think we're entertaining it.
Adam, is this the edge of the crag?
Yes.
Can I kind of stand there and see if I can look at that shimmering thing and get a good idea of maybe what it is?
It looks very strange to you as you're kind of hanging on the edge here. You notice that there is a very deep darkness with what looks like twinkling lights inside of it. As you stare at it, it almost gives you the impression that things around it are being pulled into it.
Thorn is going to light a torch and toss it in there.
Okay, you light up a torch and you toss it into there, and as it does so, you notice that your torch kind of gets stuck in this darkness, and it's floating there, still burning. It doesn't fall. It's almost like, elevated in the air, and it's just stuck in place.
Thorn kind of turns and looks around the corner. I need someone smart.
I guess I'm the only one who fits the bill, huh?
Keep looking.
We got more bridges over here.
Alright, if someone will help me and hold the rope, I will try to get up there.
I'll help you get up a couple feet and
I'm holding it.
the rest.
This is a blind check, Adam?
Did you move underneath Tavern, or did you just delete yourself? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
public check. You're good.
Sure. Let's...
Big money.
Listen, every time we've doubted me, I've done perfectly fine. So everybody doubt me for a second.
Well,
Loser.
none of us believed that you would make it up that damn tree, but you did that.
Easy.
You climb up without an issue.
What am I looking at?
All right, if I can get up too, I guess.
I'll tell Celine to stand on the edge where I was standing. Oh, don't worry, I'll make sure you don't fall, but I tossed a torch into that starlight thing, and it just stuck there. It didn't... You'll see. Here.
Which tile am I standing on? The one to your east?
Yes.
Tavern, go ahead and throw an athletics check here. This is more or less just for pride, because you can't take damage. We got to see how long it takes you to climb up. Yeah, okay, that time you got it.
Yeah.
I peek around the corner and try to identify it, and then back away from the ledge as quickly as I can.
Give me a blind check, Celine. Tavern, as you climb up and you're kind of pulling your last little bit up, you notice some movement behind you.
Oh, shit.
Do I see the creature?
You sure do. Celine, yeah, I mean, clearly this is some kind of magical effect, right? But what kind? You're not sure.
Great.
Hey, our friend's over here behind us.
We got company.
All right, as you spot it and you're kind of looking down towards it, you see it, it looks up towards you, and you can see it is just surrounded in this ethereal light. It opens its mouth and you hear these same whispered guttural words that you don't understand.
I'm gonna try to speak to it in Dwarvish. I'm gonna say, "Oh, I can't understand your troll language. Do you speak Dwarvish?"
You see it kind of cocks its head as it looks at you.
I'm gonna kind of do a not a bow, but kind of a head nod, half bow kind of thing in greeting.
Okay, as you do that, you see it looks up at you and it kind of straightens its head once again, and it puts its hand out and it motions for you to approach it.
Yeah, what could go wrong, right?
Yeah,
All
what
right.
went wrong last time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
asking the wrong guy.
yeah. I'm going down, and I'll
All-
reach out to his hand. I'll touch it.
All right, as you climb down, you get a little bit closer to him. You can feel a very strange, almost like staticiness as you're close to him. But as you get down and you kind of start reaching out towards him, he holds his hand up almost like in a stop gesture. But you see he's looking above your head, and he seems to be staring intently above your head. Now, keeping in mind, this creature is very large, so say about 15 feet tall. So it's looking down towards you, and it seems to be, again, staring very intently above your head. You see its hand kind of jittering.
When you say above his head, like above his head but still looking down at him, or like above his head at the ceiling?
Or at Serena.
The creature is looking above Taver's head, as though it's seeing something right above Taver.
I'll look up. Anything other than fruit flies or something? I don't know.
You don't see anything, but you see it looks at you, and then it points above your head, and it cocks its head.
Blixel is going to do Divine Sense at this point, just to check again.
You don't detect any of those types.
I'm gonna wave to it.
It doesn't seem to really be paying attention to you, Serena. You're not sure that it knows really you're there, or it just doesn't care.
I'm going
Right
to
here.
point at the creature, and I'm going to. It's hard to explain, but I'm going to point to it and point up. Like, do you want to get on top?
It seems to understand what you're saying, and it doesn't react in any way immediately. You see that it kind of reaches out above your head, and then it pulls its hand back, and then it looks down at you, reaches its hand forward above your head, and then pulls it towards its mouth, and it looks like it's miming eating, and then it cocks its head and it looks at you.
Well, if it's eating my curse, that's okay. So
Adam, as I'm standing up on this little bridge here, looking down on this interaction, can I maybe make an insight check to what this troll's trying to say to him?
Sure. Yeah, give me a blind check. It'll be pretty difficult because you never met a troll or a ghost troll. Oh, yeah. You're pretty sure he's trying to mimic a dance move that he wants Tavern to do right now that involves him spinning on his head.
Yeah, Thorn keeps that to himself. That can't be right.
So it's mimicking eating something above Tavern's head.
It seems to be, yes.
I'm going to move down here,
Its eyes follow.
and I'm going to point up on my head, and I'm going to pretend to grab something, like whatever, and I'm going to pretend to eat it like an apple.
You see it watches you, and then it shakes its head no. And then it points at it, and it mimes eating once again.
It does what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
It points at you, and then it mimes eating once again, and then it kind of cocks its head as it looks at you.
I think he wants to eat you, Tavard.
I don't think that's what he means. I think he.
If he wanted to do that, he would be trying to already.
I think he wants
You
to
want to
eat
try
one
to
of
feed him?
my friends. Yeah. So, I will pull out a. I don't think it's going to do anything, but I'm going to pull out our rations, Adam.
You see it looks down at your as you're kind of pulling this out and seemingly moves with very quick speed as it reaches its hand out above your head, and you see it grasp something that you cannot see, and then you see it yanks it. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Tavern.
Does Dean see any of this, like through the ethereal plane or whatever?
Well, Dean is up 20 feet on a ledge. He can't see through solid rock, so no, he doesn't see anything.
I thought I could because I could see it. Otherwise, I would have moved closer.
Okay, you feel very strange momentarily, Tavern, almost as though like you feel a deep sense of loss, like a depression that hits you very quickly and seems to linger there for a while. But you notice it puts its hand to its mouth and it looks like it's eating.
Do I get a better look at things from now, Adam?
By the time you get over here and kind of look down the 20 feet upon it, you can see it basically has its hand to its mouth, and you can see it like chomping, but you don't hear the sound of it like eating anything. It just seems like it's almost like pretending to eat.
What a strange creature.
Well, it doesn't seem hostile, at least.
Is it eating you down there? I hear chomping.
No, it's fine for now, I guess. I don't know what's happening here, Flixel.
I'm going to point above my head, and I'm going to hand him some more.
It kind of looks at you, but it seems like it finishes eating, and then you see it steps through you, which feels very strange.
Are we having a moment?
Not unless you really want to.
I really don't.
Blixel can't have all the fun.
I'm going to follow him, Adam.
Okay, so those of you that have line of sight on this, whatever this effect is here on the ground, you notice as the creature gets closer, he seems to move a little bit quicker. You kind of get the impression almost of like he's agitated, and then he reaches forth and plucks the torch out and throws it across the room.
Don't offend our new friend.
And now you see him almost take like a seat. He's not fully seated, but think of him as almost like haunched down, and he's putting his hands over this. You kind of get the impression almost of like someone enjoying a fireplace or a campfire and putting their hands there for warmth. That's kind of what this looks like.
Do I still feel like I have a loss or something?
It kind of passes pretty quickly, and you kind of start wondering, like, what was that?
One of my 9 lives.
Try miming and asking if it will permit us to pass by it.
Yeah,
Go
good
deeper into the
idea.
room.
I'm going to point towards my friends, and I'm going to say, and then motion towards the other direction.
So it is not facing you right now. Its back is to you as it's looking to this darkness. So unless you're making some kind of sound, you don't think it's going to notice any gestures.
I'm going to go over here. I'm not going to get too close to that big giant starry circle thingy.
Okay.
And I'm going to motion to see if he can see me, like wave my hands out there.
He does cock his head and turn and look at you.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say, I'm going to point to all my friends, and I'm going to point towards the other direction.
Is the other direction south? To the east. You see he kind of looks that way and then looks back at you and cocks his head.
I
And
see
then
it.
I'm going to do it like, go ahead.
I see a tunnel in the southeast.
Oh, I don't see that. Then I'm going to go ahead and point southeast. And then I'm going to shrug.
It kind of just looks at you curiously, but doesn't react.
All right, I'm going to wave to him. And I'm going to do another half bow kind of thing, kind of a half nod, half bow. And I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Never been cursed twice in a campaign before. You never know.
Maybe he ate your curse, like you thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's
Hey.
fine.
What am I looking at here, Adam? Is I see a little break in the wall in the southeast, and there's like a rubble here. Is that something I need to climb, or?
Yes, it is. Yep. So this, again, is about another 20 feet above this level here. So this steps is what brought you guys up the first 20 feet in elevation. This is a wall, another 20 feet of elevation up to this level.
I'm gonna get up to Blixo and I'm gonna share with him everything that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, you're ever splitting up. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. This is another 20-foot wall.
Is this thing here a bridge, or is it like the arches we saw from the fucking shadow portals in the other dungeon?
No, that is a bridge.
Okay.
Does the thing still look distracted?
It doesn't seem like it's paying any attention to you.
Celine, you've never seen any of that strange circle thing before? In those books of yours?
No. It's certainly some kind of magical effect, but whatever it is, the troll seems to, it seems to be familiar to the troll, and it seems to be protecting it, or sustaining it somehow, I suppose. Since it is treating it like a campfire.
Well, we're just lucky it doesn't seem hostile.
Well, there's a tunnel here to the southeast.
Which
You still-
technically you can't see yet. Remember, it's 20 feet
Yeah,
up.
I know that now. I feel weird, but Well, I'm connected to the wildfire spirit. I learned it in my soul.
Can you still remember the faces of your family, Demard?
What family? What am I doing here? I don't know.
He's always
I
joking.
feel just fine.
Okay, well then get up this cliff. Let's go.
Tavar do this, Tavar do that. Yeah, I'll climb up.
You're the climber.
All right, athletics check.
Not
there.
all the time.
Yeah, you make some progress, but you're only about halfway up here. You're having to move very carefully so as not to fall.
You got this. Just put your right foot right there.
Continuing to climb.
Yes, sir.
All right, another athletics check. Yep, you do indeed manage to make it to the top.
Ah, freaking goat I am. Anyone got some rope? Toss it up.
All right, Tavern, roll me a d10, please.
This is how many enemies are about to spawn on top of you.
Okay, so you climb to the top and you're kind of looking back down towards your allies. You can't quite make much out past your allies due to the limited sight of your dark vision, but at the edge of the dark vision range, you do notice some movement.
And where is that at? On the other side of my companions, you said?
Yes, to your northwest.
I'm going to just tell them, yeah, something may be going on. I saw some movement over there.
All right, Adam, can I try to perceive what's going on around here with my special cloak?
Sure, so you look back that way. I think you're probably... No, so some of you guys can notice this if you're like looking back now. Remember, you're up 20 feet. Because the creature is 15 feet tall, you can see at least part of it. You can see the creature is now standing, and you can see it's like has these really jerky movements. Like its neck is moving at kind of strange, odd shapes, and it's kind of moving. You get the impression almost like it's having an episode of some kind.
Oh my god, he's freaking out.
Uh-oh, here comes Dr. Jekyll.
I try to climb up as fast as I can.
Athletics check, Blixel.
Yeah, I made an
Not
athletics
just a
check
rope.
too. Did I get up?
Serena, yes, you climbed up on your first go. Blixel, you did as well.
All right,
Throw her down.
what do I see now?
I'll help Saline up.
Okay, remember it's 20 feet, so you can only help for a little bit. But Saline, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Well, I'm 6'5", so I could pick her up, you know.
Yeah, but you
Pretty
can't.
good.
You're not going to
Down.
throw her up to the top, right?
I don't know if I could.
Selena's got a rope, right?
She'd get a
Is that
good
the-
boost.
Yeah,
Okay.
I dropped down the same rope as before.
Okay, so you climb to the top. You take some time to break out the rope. So basically, what I'm doing here is giving everybody a little bit of time. So I would say before the rope is descending, Thorn, Saline, and Dian, you guys still have like your little bit of time. What are you doing?
I just moved over here to look down if I see any more activity behind us.
Okay, and then Thorn, Saline.
I'm just helping her climb up.
Yeah.
All right,
There's
so
a rope
again,
coming down.
right. So are you waiting for the rope?
Oh yeah, she's not making it up at 20 feet with unassisted.
Okay, so I'm going to keep you guys where you are. So, Dian, as you're looking to the northwest, you notice the creature again seems to keep having these like jerky motions and movements. And you notice suddenly it turns around. You can see the essence around it seems to grow darker as it's looking in your direction. I'm going to put us into initiative order.
We were so close.
All right, so now we are into your actual turns. So, Blixel, you are first.
All right, and I don't think Blixel realizes that or sees that at all. So instead,
I'll
Blixel's
say
going.
he's changing into something dark.
Run! Books will go to here. Is this over here? What is that? Is it a room?
It looks like a small cavern.
Okay. He is going to dash into there.
Okay.
Okay, that's the end of his turn.
Okay, Tabard.
I'm going to stay here and help anyone get up with that rope.
Is the rope down yet or no?
It is not down yet, no.
Did anyone hand me rope? I gotta ask that first. So
I mean, I'm dropping it as soon as I can.
okay, then I'll stay here and protect you while you're helping the others get up.
Right, so think of it like Serena used her little bit of time to climb up, and then her thought is, I'm going to drop a rope down. So basically, once it's her turn, she can certainly do that.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold an action if something comes in my space that needs punching, or yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Punch.
Okay. Thorn.
All right. Thorn is just going to kind of look at Saline and then hear Dean kind of giving his warnings. He's going to instead of helping her up, he sees that they're preparing the rope, so he's going to turn around and draw his battle axe and prepare an attack if the troll gets too close or anything comes to attack him, basically.
All right, so the way I'm interpreting that is if an enemy gets within 5 feet of you, you're attacking it.
Yeah, he's going to try to defend Saline so she can climb the rope.
Okay, yep, that works. Okay, Saline.
Do I want a Misty Step? Am I scared of what might happen if I cast a Misty Step close to a rift portal to wherever the fuck? A black hole. Maybe. So, yeah, I guess I'm readying an action to climb the rope. Can I do that? Like use my ready a movement action to
You
climb
can.
the rope?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
ready to use movement, yep.
Sure. Then that is what I will do. I'm nervous about teleporting when there's a strange
So-
magic effect that I don't understand.
Just kind of a rule thing. Is that like readying the dash?
Yes, yep.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So when the rope falls and yeah, when I can grab the rope and I will go up the rope. Make sense?
Yes, yep, I'm with you. Okay, yes, you notice the creature charges up the stairs, gets to here, and it is going to attack. I always forget his name. Fork?
Yeah, it's Fork.
All right, I need 3 defensive rolls from Fork.
And is that in my? I click the token. Is it built in?
If you click the token, it will say NPC defense roll at the top. That's the one you want. Okay, so with these attacks, he is struck on the first one, which is a bite, suffering 23 points of psychic damage and a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Okay, no additional effects to Fork. And then the second attack that he rolled a 21 on, that one evades a claw. However, the next claw does connect. All right, and Fork will be destroyed. Okay.
he hits pretty hard.
Once that happens, you see the creature kind of comes up, bites, and then slashes, and it says something again as it moves its mouth, and you can hear this strange kind of sound as it says something that you don't understand. Dean, your turn.
Great. Ba, 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 ba. I'm assuming I'm in his reach, I would think. Let's see. I'm thinking. Oh my god. Let's do it. It's like the weakest spell ever, but it kind of fits. Is Burning Hands worth anything? Yep, I almost send Burning Hands. I don't remember the last time I cast Burning Hands. I put my fingers together and will slash out Burning Hands.
All right, that one is on Smart AoE. If you want to use that, just speed it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, great. Let's speed it up. Well, how do I find it? Okay, here it is. Cast.
Make sure your token is selected, and then you just click that little die icon next to the Cast Burning Hands macro. And then drag it over. It will automatically show you the AoE effect. Or that's redundant. The AoE range, and then you can decide to trigger all once you're ready. Okay, the creature has... Well, yes, that's right. The creature failed the save, but is resistant to fire damage. So it suffers 7 points of fire damage. And you notice its expression changes once again, Dean, as it looks enraged now, looking towards you. All right, so I will apply an additional 8 points of damage as you are able to ignore the fire resistance.
I think it pissed him off, but he hit my cat. Movement now. Let's see. God, I'm sure he has a 10-foot reach. The rope's not down yet, so I don't like where I'm at though. He could corner me. I'm going to move 5, 10.
So you can't move through that rock, so I think that's 15 to get there.
Can I move to this space?
Yeah, you were there though, right? So that would be 15.
No, I was up here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Where did you leave off though? Because I heard you say 5, 10, and then I thought you were here. So I had that as 15.
5, 10, 15.
There you go. Yep.
$20.
Okay, as you step to there, it has not used a reaction yet. So yeah, it's going to use its reaction to attempt to bite you. Defense roll. I can tell you that will hit.
I'll
All
take
right,
that.
that gives you a 19. You will evade the bite.
That's 30. Ugh.
Okay, Serena, you're at the top. You were thinking about grabbing your rope and letting it down. Is that what you do, or something else?
That is what I do.
All right,
Yeah.
so you pull the
So-
rope out. I imagine Shipwrecker's kind of on the ground at this point. Is using both hands to get the rope out, and then you hold the rope down, letting it dangle down to Celine. Celine, that triggers your readied action. Go ahead and throw an athletics check as you try to climb up.
I will hero point if necessary. I think
You
that's
will
probably
fail. Yep, so go ahead and throw a hero point.
Sorry, sheet's loading slow.
All right, 14. That gives you enough to climb up halfway. So
Okay.
you are about 10 feet up at this point as you're trying to move your legs against the rock wall using your hands on the rope. So I'm assuming both of your hands are free, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're having a little bit of difficulty with purchase here, so you're not moving as quickly as you normally would. But yeah, you're dangling about 10 feet down from the top.
Okay.
All right, Serena, anything else on your turn?
It's gonna take the dodge action or hold. Yeah, take the dodge action.
So I would say it's your action to break the rope out, uncoil it, throw it down. That's going to be your action. But if you want to do anything else like move or bonus action.
Nope. I want to try to get everybody up that I can.
Okay, so you're just holding onto the rope, trying to assist. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, top of round 2, Blixel.
Okay. First, Blixel does a quick scan of the room.
Passively, or you're wanting to use your action?
No, passively.
All right, you scan around with your 10 passive perception. You don't spot anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. I'm going to run out here. And yell out, "Hey, there's an exit over here. You want to get out of here?" Is it possible for him to see the creature from where he is?
The creature is 15 feet tall, so I would say you can see basically like shoulders and head.
Okay. Vicious mockery. And Blixel just looks over at him and goes, "You are really tall, and it puts people off." And it's going to try to do 6 points.
No, it does not affect the troll.
And go here. And that's the end of his turn.
Okay, Tabard.
All right. Tabard is going to play lawful stupid or something right now. I'm going to jump down.
Okay.
How much does that take as far as movement, Adam?
20 feet down, so you're slow falling 20 feet.
I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take the dodge action, but I'm not using my key points.
Okay.
And I'm going to motion like eat on top of my head, but don't hit me.
Okay, Thorn.
Okay. Ford threw me off with that.
I'm playing the defense role, so
Yeah, no, I get it. How tall is this wall again? Is it like 20 feet?
20 feet.
Alright, yeah, so he is confident with his climbing ability. So he is going to go and kind of brace himself behind this rock over here and keep up his defend Saline while she climbs notion and ready an attack for if the troll gets within his reach.
Okay. All right, Saline, I assume continue to climb?
Yes, sir.
All right, another athletics check at advantage.
Okay. One day I'll remember to stop closing my character sheet. And as before, I will use a hero point if necessary.
It's necessary.
Okay.
I think none of us have doubted you.
That's true. So really, this is your fault?
apologize for that.
14
Yes.
is the thing I had before.
Yes, you can make some progress, which at this point halfway, that's enough to get you to the top.
Okay. And is that my action or just my movement?
That's just your movement.
Okay. If I look back at the troll, does it look like it's staring daggers at Dian?
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay. I will use my once per long rest ability to give him the, whatever it's called, the ward spell. The 3rd level cast from my scroll. I'll find it on the list here somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever added it to my list, but I am attuned to the thing. So it's 3d4 plus mod. Is that it?
You're referring to the ancient scroll?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So you can cast it as a 3rd level spell once per day without expending a slot. So 3d4 plus your spellcasting mod.
Okay, so 3d4 plus 4. So you have 12 temporary HP, and you cannot be critically struck.
Who, me? Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, brother. How
And
much?
that is 12 in total. And that is a bonus action spell, correct? So
Yes.
I still have an action, so I will action dash just to get a bit more distance. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll stand here next to Blixel and end my turn.
All right, Tavern, you notice that the troll completely ignores you. It steps right through you to here. And yeah, Dian, it is not happy with you at all. It is going to unleash 3 attacks against you. I need 3 defense rolls.
No problem.
We doubt you.
You manage to evade the bite, but a claw hits you. All right, you use your inspiration, and that will give you +7 to that, so that'd be 15. The claw will still hit you. All right, you evade that claw, however, so 1 claw hits you. That will be 14 points of psychic damage.
Phew. He's in my range, Adam. Can I smack him?
You can, yeah. And once again, you hear him saying this phrase. It seems almost like 2 words he's saying over and over as he's really all up in your grill, Dian.
He killed my cat.
That will be a fumble, Thorn.
It's not flanking with all the people around him? I guess not, because no one's
It would
directed
still be
through.
a
Yeah, even
was-
if it was, it wouldn't stop a fumble.
Oh, that's right. It's not advantage. That's correct. I almost rolled injury. Let's not do that.
Oh, no, you don't get to turn a fumble into a crit. Come on now.
Yeah.
My bad. Wrong button.
All right, so your weapon slips from your hand. You roll a 10 dexterity check, so not a saving throw. Just click on dexterity. All right, you throw your battle axe as you try to swing out at him. It slips right out of your hands and lands in his space.
All right. Sweet.
All right, and I'm going to ask you to roll a d4 to see exactly which part of his space it's in. Two.
That
Okay,
seems
that's
like
good.
it's this one, right?
Yes, yep, northeast. All right, so that was your readied action. It was the creature's turn. We move to Dian's turn.
All right, I see I'm in Nova round here, so let me read something real quick. Sorry. Is it flying, Adam?
It is not.
Instantaneous. I'm considering popping a level 3 plant growth just to stall him up a little bit.
I mean, you won't. Okay.
I mean, I could disengage climate. I don't want to bring him up with you guys, right? Because you guys are the firecasters or the spellcast.
Oh, thank you. That reminded me. Appreciate you bringing that up. When its turn started, you noticed that its spectral body, its wounds, repair themselves.
Even after taking the fire damage?
Yes.
Hmm.
No. So, are you familiar with plant growth, Adam?
For the most part, yes.
And I'm thinking, but it says all normal plants, so there's no plants around here.
There are not.
Yeah. I got nothing. No battle. Battle map manipulation I can do, and I don't want to bring him up there with you guys. Well, maybe I do, because it's after me. Okay. Oh my God, he's gonna kill me. I got nothing but to sit here and take hits. Okay. Fuck it, I don't know. Tentacle rod. Here we go.
Nice.
That misses.
Yeah, hold up. I'm not going down without burning everything.
Okay, that will turn that into a hit. That will hit. That will miss.
So close. I have no inspiration, no hero points left. Okay, I'll roll 2 damage then.
Yes, he is wounded.
And I'm going to I guess I could have moved and flanked, but I feel like I'm stalling the game, so wasn't thinking properly. I'm gonna end my turn. Actually, no. Let me think. We'll go here. No, now I'll end my turn. Should have done that before, but I wasn't thinking.
All right, Serena.
So, did Serena see why he's picking on Dean? Do you have any idea?
I mean, if you've been paying attention, you might have an idea. If not, you can certainly use your action to see if you can insight why.
She asked this out loud.
I did burning
Why is he
hands.
picking on you?
You didn't see that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I've been helping people get up, but I guess. All right. I feel like we should run away. We running? No.
There's an exit right here.
Why are you guys staying down there?
It's gonna take them a long time to get up.
Because he's going to follow me and kill us all once he kills me.
Well, I don't have any fire, so. So.
Fire was not that good. I guess.
It resisted fire when he hit it, but it still pissed him off.
So if I'm standing here, oh sorry. At the edge, can I reach him?
Because he's 15 feet tall and you have a reach weapon, yes.
Cool. Well, let's try swinging then. First, I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Oops, wrong thing.
No, that looks like that worked.
Oh, it didn't, okay.
Oh, you didn't do the one that okay, I'll just take the second one then. So until your rage ends, you're surrounded by multicolored. Okay, so you gain a +1 to your AC, and anyone within 10 feet of you also gains that.
Okay. Oh my god.
All right, you swing Shipwrecker out, but miss. The second time will connect. Okay, you will notice that he is resistant to cold.
Okay. I say, start running.
Okay, top of the next round, Blixel.
Okay, Blixel will walk forward and he goes, "Hey man, I think your little campfire's going out back there. You better run and get it." And he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. I guess I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Okay.
Oof. I
So
have no
that,
way to fix that.
yeah, so he will certainly succeed on that save, so he'll just suffer the half. I was trying to remember, I don't think we call that fumble on the save ones, right?
No.
If we can't crit, then I don't think we should be able to fumble either.
I agree.
I'm just double checking our handout real quick. Okay, so yeah, actually this does count. So if we look at our second paragraph in the critical hits fumbles, it says fumbles rolling natural on your first attack or spell effect roll, single target only in a round. So we don't do this on AoEs, but we do it on single target spells. So yeah, this would count as a spell fumble. Okay, so your arms cramp as you cast. You're unable to perform somatic components to cast spells to the end of your next turn. All right, and yeah, your spell roll fails. Okay, so he'll suffer half of that damage, so 6 points of psychic.
Yep. And he goes, "Get the hell out of there!" And starts moving backwards.
Okay, Tabard.
All right, Adam, I'm going to do patient defense.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that because this guy is ghostly, that I'm just going to go ahead and punch him a couple times.
Okay. Yes, that will connect. That will connect as well.
All right, and with that, now I'm going to go ahead and move.
All right, so you step away. He will try to take his opportunity attack against you, so defense roll. Yep, you managed to evade that.
And I'm going to say, "Come and get me, buddy."
Okay, Thorn.
I had a very similar idea as to Vard. Mine was going to be to try to attack the orb and draw him away. He's focused on Dian, so we got to do something to change his focus.
I just smacked him around, hoping that would work, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm going to reach down and grab my axe at him.
Okay.
All right, and then seeing that he took a swipe at Tavard, I'm going to make my way out. Bonus action dash. Action dash. So
Okay.
I was in my mind. I was Vin for a second. On his hobbled leg, that's as far as he can go. Yeah, all he's got in his hand is his battle axe. That is 20 feet. Does he think he can make that throw to see if he can throw it and hit the orb with his battle axe from that far?
Definitely not without an action.
Oh, that makes sense. He'll look at
You can
Tavard
use
and
your
say,
bonus action to throw.
"Oh, I do have quick
just kidding.
toss." Yeah, I don't have a free hand though. I guess I could drop my axe, couldn't I, Adam?
You could, yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna drop my axe and do bonus action quick toss.
Okay,
Yeah,
and you're throwing a hand axe in there?
I'm gonna throw a hand axe at this orb, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna turn and say, "Hey, troll guy," and try to get his attention and wave it, and then I'm gonna throw it at it like I'm trying to break it.
You don't get his attention at all. He is staring daggers, as was said, towards Dian. You throw it over there, and it's not hard to hit because it's a big blob. And you notice that as soon as it gets there, much like the torch, it just like freezes right in that area.
I'll roll damage just in case it means anything. Wow, great damage. All right. Well, that's his turn.
Okay, Saline.
Gonna magic missile the troll.
All right,
And
you'll
I'll look
have to
back-
get closer to the edge. Well, you probably can see
I
his
feel like
head. Yeah, you can probably see his
if
head.
Blixel could see his head, I think I can see his head from here. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Blixel, which way are we running? Everyone else seems to be going the other way.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
they're running northwest. I don't know. But we're going to cast magic missile. First level, of course. Clean ol' 6.
Okay, yes, as the blue arrows flash over the edge and strike him, he is wounded.
It's still looking at Dean.
As best you can tell.
Well, I will back up to where Blixel's going, but I get the feeling that we're probably just gonna have to collapse on it and kill it. Oh, that's a dead end over there. I was gonna ask what's that way, but yeah, it looks empty. Okay.
Empty room.
Yeah.
All right, Dean, you notice as these missiles strike into the creature, he steps up onto the ledge with almost no effort. Would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yes, I will. Tentacle Rod.
That'll hit. I will also mention he did not regenerate at the beginning of his turn. Okay, that one hit. And is on the tentacle rod? Is that the 3 attacks? It's only when it's on your turn. Is that right? I can't remember.
It says each tentacle makes a melee attack roll with a +9 bonus. So let's see.
Oh, you can use an action to direct.
Yeah. Okay, so just one swipe, I guess.
I'm not even sure you can use this as an opportunity. For now, we'll just say yeah, and I'll apply that 1 bit of damage to him. But yeah, I'm honestly not even sure.
Okay.
Serena, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yes, I would, please.
All right, go ahead and make your attack. Yes, that will connect.
Because of Sentinel, I believe it stops him in his tracks.
All right, as before, you notice he is resistant to cold. Okay, so its speed is reduced to 0. Okay, and yeah, it will be Dean's turn.
Okay. Fuck that rope. I'm gonna try it. 5, 10 will get me here. It's 20 feet, so I'm gonna try to get to the top. The climbing at him.
Okay, remember this is a 20-foot climb, and you're not using a rope because obviously with Serena holding on to her weapon, there's no one holding onto the rope. So yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I got +7. I gotta feel good about it. Oof.
You make it up about 10 feet or so using all of your movement for the round. You're clinging to the side, but you're hanging on the side.
All right. Action dash.
Okay, yep, go ahead and make another check.
Oh.
You are unable to make any additional movement. You don't fall, but you can't climb any further this round.
That was fun.
Okay, Serena.
Okay. I'm going to get... That's within swinging distance, right?
It is, yeah.
I'll start swinging.
You miss on the first attack. The second will connect. Wounding the creature once again. Yes, you Pam, and that will hit as well.
And I say, turn around and fight me like a man.
Okay, Blixel, your turn.
Okay. Can I tell if it's looking at Celine or if it's looking at me?
It's hard to tell because it was kind of rushing towards you and it got tangled up by Shipwrecker, and it's kind of looking down at its feet at the moment, trying to get free.
All right. Well, Blixa will step up with the mocking blade. And do we still have the bless going on?
You do. Yes, that will connect.
And
Wound the
I'm
creature.
again going to do a defensive flourish with this.
Okay. Okay, 2 extra damage, and your AC is increased by 2.
Okay, and then gonna do the vicious mockery as the bonus action.
Okay, yeah. Does not affect it.
Okay, that's the end of my turn. Everybody, get out of here!
Okay, Tabard.
All right, Adam, that's 40 for me, so I'm going to go ahead and try to dash up.
Okay, so you're trying to dash climb. Gotcha. All right, athletics check.
Yeah, I'm going to roll like a nat 20 on this thing. It's great.
That allows you to climb at half your normal speed because you don't have a climb speed, so you can use 40 feet of movement to get to the top.
And then I'll go there to use my other 5 just to do it.
Okay. Okay, Thorn.
Oh, my turn's pretty easy here. Thorn's going to make all of his movement to get all the way to the wall. And he's only got 5 feet, but I guess he'll go ahead and begin climbing. He'll pick up his axe too. I'll say that.
All right, so you have axe in hand and then shield in hand.
I guess I'll probably have to wait until next turn to sheath the axe. So yeah, he's done here.
Okay. All right, Saline.
There is nothing Salient can do to kill this thing, and she really does not want to be here. But there are several people that it could go for. So seeing the group piling in, she doesn't want to run into the unknown behind her. And Adam wouldn't let me go off map anyway if I tried. So,
If you're full on retreating, I will let you go through the purple, but you're basically out of the encounter at that point.
I think it's for the best if we do something else. We're gonna go. This is tough. I think I have to risk it. So we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Am I able to see a point down here, down the slope?
I mean, it would be far away because remember you're 20 feet up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would guess that the closest spot you could see would be somewhere. I know that's terrible because that's the first thing I pointed to. But
You
yeah,
can actually disengage.
I didn't even see.
yeah. Oh, you don't even see. Okay, it's about 35 feet away from you.
Away from me or away from the?
Away from you, because I'm the way I'm looking at it is you're looking down, right, and you've got to
Mhm.
see the ground, and you're up 20 feet. So when you look down, you can't obviously see anything close. So I'm guesstimating. I'm being honest here. I'm thinking that's probably the first ground space you can see. Now, if you want to like go on top of this rock, I'd give you that.
On top of what rock?
This one here.
Oh, this one here. How tall is the rock?
It's only like 4 feet high.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna Misty Step to the rock then.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I don't like the casual nature with which he said that, but I will click the spell, burn the spell slot. I can't find the spell. Oh, there it is.
All right, yeah, you managed to Misty Step.
All right. And I still have 5 feet of movement, so I'm gonna come. I can still see the troll. He's super tall.
You can, yes.
All right. We're gonna try Sacred Flame on him for our action.
Okay.
Oops, spell effect roll.
He is not struck.
And I will move 5 feet further away, down off the rock.
All right, Blixel, you notice as you're watching, as all this is going on, the troll is following Saline, and then as Saline vanishes, he whips around looking at you, and I will need 3 defense rolls, Blixel. You dodge the bite.
And I get +2 to these because of the flourish.
Yes, good reminder. All right, you dodge the claw. You dodge the 3rd claw thanks to the flourish. Dean.
All right, I'm halfway up. I'd like to finish my climb.
I think you already used your reaction this round, if I'm not mistaken, Serena. So you have to wait till it's your turn to get your reaction back. Sorry, go
Wait.
ahead, Dean.
You mean when it walked
Yes,
past me?
correct.
But I've attacked it since then, so
You attacked it from your current space?
yeah. Yeah.
So
I haven't used a reaction.
So in my head, it got here. It was wanting to go after Saline, but it couldn't move. It was stuck here, right? So you hit it, and it hadn't had a turn yet. It just got its turn, so I'm not sure how you could have gotten your reaction back when your turn's next. Is anybody else following what I'm saying?
No, I'm following what you're saying. Yeah, so it moved before my turn, right?
Yes.
So then Serena, after me, had used a reaction, and then I did my turn to try to climb. Then Serena attacked. That's the way I'm reading it.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up.
I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, so it moved. Its turn, like it moved, and then it was my turn. I tried to climb. No, I'm sorry. It moved. Serena did a reaction. Then I tried to climb. Yeah, she doesn't have a reaction yet until after I'm done.
Okay.
That was my and again, I could be
Yeah.
wrong. And if I am, sorry, sorry, Serena,
that
but I'm just
sounds
trying to
right.
go based on quick memory. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Deanne.
Yeah, I'm halfway up. I'm gonna try to finish my climb.
Okay, yep. Athletics check. Yeah,
That's
you can
better.
get up, no problem.
15 to there. Okay, and then I'm going to burn it again. So action's going to be my wildfire spirit. So here comes the cat that he killed. And it's, I think, when it lands within 10 feet. So I want it here. I'll burn the usage. I'm out of I'm out of everything. It lands there. So I need a dex save from everyone within 10 feet.
Yep, spell effect roll.
NPC spell effect roll.
No, actually, this is your spell effect roll. It is not affected.
Okay, that's my action, my movement. I am going to now I'm going to end my turn, and then I'm going here, and we're going to do the fiery teleport. So it is going to fiery teleport Blixel, and I'm going to put the Wildflower Spirit here and Blixel right there behind Serena.
Remind me, how far can it teleport?
15 feet that I could see.
From
So
its position, though, right?
right, so 15 feet from it.
Oh yeah, I always forget that part. You're so smart. Well, that's fine. We're gonna try to get Blixel out.
I got this. Don't worry. Just put me. Put me
5,
wherever.
10. Wait. Okay. So 5, 10, 15 is there. 5, 10, 15. Okay, Blixel, you're behind me, behind the fiery spirit.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Okay, sweet. And then
Now,
a dex save.
Right, you have to make another spell effect roll.
Is the NPC one now, or I
Nope.
remember?
I'm pretty sure it always uses yours.
Well, I'll take that.
That also does not affect it.
What, this guy's a tough guy. Okay.
Does it take half on, or no?
No, that one. Oh, maybe the other one takes half. Against your spell save, the spirit. No.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no halves on the fiery spirit. I'm done.
All right, Serena. That will miss. That one will certainly hit.
Nice.
Very good. Show me a can't regain hit points.
Yeah, do I do the crit first? Critical
Yeah,
hit
yeah, you can
table
post
first.
it first just so we see what it is. I'm pretty sure Shipwrecker's piercing. Okay, so go ahead
Nice.
and post
Normal
damage.
crit damage.
Right, so we'll take a true crit damage. All right, so that's going to be 10, 12, 13 total damage. As a reminder, it's resistant to cold. And
Wasn't the cold? Oh, okay. Sorry, you're right. Resistance to cold. I'm sorry.
no worries. Okay, so that's your 2 attacks. Anything else, Serena? 16 will miss. Okay, Blixel.
You're not getting any more mind juice from us, buddy.
Goes right. He's providing the flank, you guys.
Yep.
And yeah, Mocking Blow.
That'll hit.
Nice. These blessed mushrooms coming in clutch.
Wounding the creature.
And he'll use that as, again, I'm going to do Vicious Mockery again.
This
Dang.
time it will work.
Oh.
Okay, so he will take 6 psychic.
Okay. And he does have disadvantage on its next attack.
Yes.
We got this. It's getting dissipated or something.
All right. I am. Do I want to take the flank or not? No, I won't. Yeah, I'll take the flank. And I'm going to go ahead and do my key point because why not?
Or patient defense.
Yep, I really like to have that, that benefit of, having the dodge at the same time.
Sure, absolutely.
And these are going to be unarmed strikes.
That'll hit. Wounding the creature. That'll hit as well. Wounding the creature again.
All right, and with that, I'm going to move. I'm going to say, sorry, buddy, I really, thought we were friends and all.
Okay, Thorn.
Alright. Thorn is going to sheath his battle axe and make a climb up the wall here. He's going to try to get to here.
Okay, so you're basically one-handed climbing at this point, and you're reduced speed. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Sloth,
Why is
do it, sloth.
Oh, he can still kind of climb with a shield on his arm.
Same way you can ride in a carriage with your shield on your arm.
Let's see how good the athletics check, and then we'll see if he pulls it off. So I was allowing these public. If you want me to take that, I will, or you can roll it publicly.
Why don't you tell me if I pass or not? And then,
I can't do that. Come on.
I'll go public. Why not? Oof.
So a 10, no. You start climbing this, and yeah, you're not making any progress. So you kind of get up a little bit, slide down. That uses your movement.
I thought there was a rope. Wasn't there a rope?
No.
We didn't secure it to anything.
Right. Serena was holding it for a little while.
All right.
So I'm going to move you back down.
Do I have to use my action to try to finish or climb again?
You can if you wish. Yeah, you didn't make any progress. You slid all the way back to the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll use my action to try again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No, this wall is your nemesis.
Well, I had to jump up and then down it twice now. You guys kill it.
Saline, your turn.
All right.
Take the elf girl. I'll just move over here.
My intention is to move until I can barely see it, and then I will fire off a magic missile. Because it seemed like force disrupted its regeneration before, if I was interpreting that correctly. So I will... You tell me when I can barely see it.
I would say one more south, and then you could just barely see it.
Okay, we're firing it off.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're firing it off when my character sheet loads.
All right, so it does indeed drop to the ground. Finish your turns, and then Saline, I'm going to ask you to roll me a d20.
I am going to back off the rest of the way, just in case it gets back up. And we're not going to roll a 1. We didn't roll a 1.
All right. Yes, the creature has been destroyed.
Oof.
All right, we are
my God.
after time here by quite a bit. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Is there any last minute stuff you guys want to do real quick before we wrap up tonight's session?
Yes, let's take a short rest right now.
Is that what you'd like to do?
I think the party would enjoy that.
Yeah, I have none to give, so I'll protect.
Yeah, I have none either.
If you want to take a short rest, please type that into chat.
I'd like to use my card.
Hey, Blixel, I would like you to use your card.
No.
Why do we always get these two cards paired together?
It does seem to happen a lot, doesn't it? All right, so we don't have a dedicated spot for cards in this map, but essentially the relaxing rest and then the other one cancels that out. So whoever is doing short rest, you just get one short rest, not the two options.
I tried, guys.
Feel free to type that in. We'll resolve that next time. Anything else really quick before we wrap up, folks?
I resolve that next time. You mean it hasn't completed?
It will, but yeah, if you want to update your sheet, yeah, you can get a short rest here without any issue.
I might forget otherwise.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah,
Oof,
I would
great.
say I was a little bit worried there because this guy hits like a truck, but it worked out. So yeah, you guys managed to take that creature down.
Yeah, we used the terrain to our advantage, although some of us got stuck on the bottom side of the cliff, so...
Now we have a magic thing to look at. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you next week. Good
Have a
job.
great night, everybody.
Have a great night, everybody.
Hey, y'all.